Hello, are we live? My beautiful viewers, how are you all doing? Ever since I added that new role on Discord, this YouTube and notifications enabled role, it's all been going very well. Let's see. I haven't streamed in quite a few days, so I might have lost all my. I might have lost everyone's attention. I have a funny setup with my mic, which I will explain later in the stream. It's a bit cursed right now. But yeah. Going to be doing more C++ socket programming, and we've got a very special guest coming on today. I might not play the music for long. I'm just trying to do a little experiment. When the guest joins the call, I might turn the music off. Right, where is my program? Here? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, I haven't done this in quite a while. It's been how many days? 3 days? 2 days? I don't know. Okay. Hello, Ravish. How you doing? How was your lovely day? You're 19 learning C. Sick one. You're not gonna do C++? You're good? Nice. I'm also good. We're gonna have a nice. Oof, yeah, I might just turn that music off actually. We have a guest coming on, which you're not gonna want to miss, especially you because you're learning C. He will come on the stream and teach us and share his knowledge with C, C++. I believe they're basically interchangeable for what we're doing. It would be basically the same thing. No, is my microphone good? No, is my mic? Yes, good. Alright. Okay. So let's see what point we're at. We're on the server scripts. I'm basically just continuing on with the server program. Just making a little server. So we have initialized it, created a socket, binded it, listened for the connection. Now I gotta hope that it all actually works. The voice is low. It all actually works. The voice is low. I can hear myself quite well. Try to turn your volume up. Try to turn your volume up. Try to turn your volume up. Yeah, it's when I turn away from the microphone, that's when it becomes really weird. But there's not much I can do. This microphone kind of sucks. It's starting to get some defects after having it for 6 years. Yeah, it should be good. Also, how do you rate the setup? Right, I've got this light. I'm using it as a support stand for the microphone. It's really unique, I know. Camera's not even showing it. There it is. Right. So weird. Okay. Yeah, where were we? Hopefully all of this works. It says currently we'll only accept one connection, but I put 2. Your EMI broken using your laptop speaker. Okay. Actually,
Hello.
hello. You alright?
Yeah.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. I cannot see you. Should I open my video?
Yes. I hope the permissions are set up correctly. So you can do that. Welcome Finley Wilkin to the stream. Someone in the stream said that they can't hear my voice well, so if at any point you can't hear my voice well, please say.
All right. Will do. So far, it's all good. Are we actually
Okay.
live? I guess we are.
Yes, we are live currently.
So, yeah. Hello, everybody. I don't know if Gabe already gave some kind of introduction
Not yet.
about me. Okay. Should I do it myself or should you?
Yes, you do. But
Okay,
one
sure.
second, I'm trying to add your camera to the screen.
Okay.
That and then that. Okay, there you are.
All right. Cool. I have no idea about the stream. Let me actually open
Welcome,
the stream as
Devansh.
well.
So you can introduce yourself whenever you're ready.
Sounds good. So, hello everybody. I'm Juuso. I'm a professional software engineer for the past 13 years. And I'm also a self-taught programmer who learned or started learning when I was probably 12 or 13. I don't exactly remember anymore, which is a warning sign. I studied math in university. I'm from Finland, and nowadays I live in Switzerland, working for a large tech company. And yeah, I caught one of Gabe's earlier streams and was reminded of old times and thought, okay, maybe I can try to assist in understanding the weirdness that is lower level languages. I do want to say I'm not particularly a C++ expert. Like I have written a bunch of C++ before, but that was before the modern C++ standards. And for the last 6 years or so, most of my development work is in Java. So yeah, that probably makes me a Java peasant for the C++ purists in the audience. So it's entirely possible that I'll say something that is not, correct. So I'm counting on all of you to call me out on any bullshit and correct me. I don't actually see the chat super well. Yeah,
You,
actually, if I open up another window and open the stream without audio, then I should see
we got a question
the
from
chat.
Devansh. He's asking, what kind of development are you doing? What kind of work?
Yeah, so most of my work is in sort of back-end infrastructure, so dealing with like cloud service servers and the infrastructure supporting that. And this most recently has been in Java, so um, web services, basically. I don't do so much, like I don't really do, at least professionally, I don't do like embedded systems work. I don't do front end work very often. I've done some front end work before, but that was quite a long time ago, and things have changed since then. Like we're talking Angular, jQuery kind of stuff, and not not the I guess most stuff these days is in React. Also, also, because I am not like representing the company that I'm working for, don't ask me where I work
Fair
more
enough.
specifically than that. So yeah, if I don't say anything, then I should be in the clear and I should be able to talk, like say whatever. Um, Everything I say is just my own opinions and not representing anybody. And it's not like I'm not here to disparage anybody either. Uh,
Lovely.
yeah. So, where do we want to start?
All right. So I was just reviewing the code from the previous stream. I was just looking at. I initialized WinSock, created. Oh, can you see my code by the way?
Yes, I think I might be seeing it at a slight delay because I'm watching it through YouTube stream now. So,
Okay. I can
um,
share it on Discord actually.
that if you can do that at the same time as you're streaming, that might be better because I think then I'll have a more like direct,
Yeah, let's
like
do
low
that.
latency thing.
I need to get a third monitor.
Yes, I'm
Right.
currently struggling with one. It's a big monitor, but
Oh,
there's only one.
I don't know how on
Um,
earth you're surviving that.
I mean, poorly, I should say. So yeah,
Like a
I mean,
soldier.
I just didn't bother setting up my old monitor when I set up my new rig. So
I'm actually not sure how to
I
start
think
the.
if you click the voice like the channel, and then there should be a
Okay,
somewhere
channel.
there should be a button.
Share your screen. I
Uh,
found it. I found it. Okay, so we'll do this one.
yeah.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah. That works. That works. All right. So now I think I'll try to maximize that so I can see the most. If somebody says something in chat, then right now I can't see it. So
It's fine. I'll
that's all
keep a
I'd have
look
to
at
do.
chat. Don't worry about chat. I'll keep a look at it. And someone
Okay.
actually just Devansh just asked how old you are.
I'm 39. So ancient by
39 years
modern
young.
standards.
39 years young.
Sure, tell that to my niece. I'm you know right between getting some more ibuprofen every morning and just giving up. So yeah.
All right. So yeah,
Uh,
do you? Well, before we really move on, do you see any defects with the current code I have?
so I mean defects, nothing that immediately pops out. Like I don't quite remember if I watched the very end of the last stream, so I don't remember if this actually does this compile. Does it
All
like
right, let's test it out first.
yeah?
I hope it does. Okay. Right.
Okay, it
It's got
seems to
all of
have
the nice.
yeah.
Oh, I shared the application, not the stream, not the video, so you can't see the terminal output. Let's change that.
Nope.
One. Okay. Okay, that's it. So now,
Uh,
hello, Jamie Pendergast.
okay. So
You
okay,
see the
server
terminal?
is listening. Yep. Yeah, I do. And then if you run the client, it will actually connect or
I had this problem last time, right? I tried to
Mhm.
run them on separate terminals, but I just couldn't. They're both built on the same file. They both have the main function.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to build them separately.
Okay. So this is I think we might immediately run into like my limitations because this is going to be like a Visual Studio specific issue, I think. So how about we start by just uncommenting the stuff in client.cpp, and let's make sure that we can at least compile this.
Okay, I'll comment on what's
Uh,
going on here.
so one thing that you might want to do is you probably so probably when you created the project, you like it should have automatically created some kind of like run profile or something like that that would like give you a way of building and running your like the first thing that you build, like the first file that has a main function.
Okay,
And I think you might need to create a second one, like a second
second
like
project.
a second. Well, you can do a second project for sure, but you might be able to do it in one project as well. Actually, you have this solution explorer here on the right hand side. You have like this
Yeah.
tab, right? And I'm wondering if you can, within this solution, can you create a second, like a sub project uh, or each of these? Sorry, the resolution in the screen isn't so great, so I'm like squinting harder than normal to try to read. I mean, I can just about read it, but like, okay, so
I'm trying to see if I can put the higher quality on, but I think in the
well,
Discord
I think
server it's limited to 480p.
yeah, that's fine. Like you should probably devote the bandwidth to streaming the actual video. um, okay, but
Alright,
let's if you open
I'm not sure
the
about that. I think I'll just make two separate projects. That would be a guaranteed fix.
yeah, that's a guaranteed fix, yeah. Uh,
Vapori
because
joined. Hello.
yeah. Oh, hello. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but
I keep on having problems with this. Let's see.
yeah, so that's the sort of there's kind of a trade-off using these sort of later IDEs, is that they do so much for you that they hide a bunch of stuff that they do that you never even think about. That, oh yeah, I probably somewhere in here I have to be specifying which version of C++ we're building, which compiler we're using. Um, so yeah, it's okay. So you created. Oh, okay, yeah, it's actually created in the same
Yeah,
solution. You now have two different
we've got two
projects. Yeah,
separate
that probably
projects.
works. That probably works great. And like I think in Visual Studio you can quite easily even create like shared, like basically shared elements that would be built, like be included in both of these. So if you want to like have some shared code at some point, that's also possible.
Yeah, we're gonna need to share this WSA file because this is the like implementation for
Uh,
it.
so yes, we might need to then create.
Could just copy
If you,
paste it twice, but that's not efficient, is it?
I mean, yeah, it's not, but it's fine. Is that also the same? Oh yeah, this is just for the initializing the WSA.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so right.
Okay. Now, okay, should be good. Should be good. Client and then server. So
Uh, yeah.
let's compile it, see if it works. No. What's the problem now?
Which one were you compiling? That was the server, right? I think you had stuff commented out in the server.
I'm trying to compile client.
Okay. So
Is
this
it?
one was saying, okay, you can see the errors at the bottom, right? The warnings at least.
Could I
And
send you the
it's,
code? Would
I
that
mean,
be
I can
helpful?
just about see it, right? So, yeah, um,
Hmm. It compiled in the other project. Oh, maybe.
I mean the client built now, right? If that was
Yeah.
successful build, right? And the server
Yeah, it
is,
was successful. That's it.
does the server build?
Yeah, this is the server. Okay, the server compiles is perfectly fine,
Yeah,
but now just the client. Oh, it's working fine as well. Oh right, we're perfectly fine then.
yeah. So
Oh wait,
yeah,
that's the
I think it
server.
was just I think it was just like while you were moving stuff around, the editor might have had something cached that was no longer actually valid. So yeah. All right. That's great. Okay. So um now that we have these two components working, like
Yeah.
have you actually sent data back and forth? Like you just connected
No,
between these two things?
I'm not
Like you
even sure if
do.
they're connected.
Well, we can try that. We can just run the server and then run the client while the server is
Let's try
running.
that. So got the server here,
Yeah.
and then the client. Client? No. Okay. It doesn't run
Uh,
while this terminal's open.
right. Okay. So this is, I mean, I'm sure there's some way to make it work, but probably the easiest way is to just go to that actual directory where you have this build file. And like you should have the build, like the actual build binaries should be somewhere in the same directory. Um,
Right.
so it is
So it's here. X64.
probably that's looks promising. Yeah. Debug. Yeah, you have server.exe and client.exe. So if you just like start that one, oh, you probably need to open it in like it immediately died. So maybe it's kind of closing so fast that we can't see what the problem was. So if you open that in a terminal instead. So if
That
you
will work. In a terminal, okay.
yeah, so
So
if you just like open
YouTube always wait no.
yeah,
It
like
normally gives
I
the
don't.
option here.
Yes, yes. I'm still learning how Windows 11 works. I'm still salty that I was forced to upgrade. uh, right, but if you just
So
run the server.exe here,
I'm not sure how to run on Windows. Was it start?
so this is okay. This is PowerShell. So
Do we want normal CMD?
yeah, probably normal CMD is easier in this case. Like most of the development work that I do is on Linux platforms, so I don't off the top of my head remember anything about. It dies immediately again.
Right. It still
Um,
kills the window instantly. What if we do like a
Yes.
STDC in at the end? Would that work?
It might if it's actually. So the thing that is suspicious to me is that it started in a new window, and I wouldn't have expected that if the like when you start it, like it like pops up. Oh wait, no, sorry, just type in server.exe, enter. There we
Ah,
go.
that's it. Okay.
Okay, so
Hello,
it
Dixalius.
it started listening and then it failed to connect. Um, So this is a question. Now we probably want to. Uh, now we probably need to make sure that you have nothing else that's bound to that same socket or port. Um,
How do we do that?
On Windows? Good question. But just visually check that you don't have another like, because you're running it through the Visual Studio earlier, that you don't have one of the windows open like from a previous attempt at running it like with the local debugger. I
Nope.
think you probably do not. Yeah. So
No, I don't.
I mean, there's probably some command to run that would give you the list of processes that are using the same port, but I don't. Oh, from Windows, I don't remember that would be. I don't actually think I've ever done that.
I will
So,
switch to Linux at some point. Don't worry.
well, it's that's a yeah, it's an excellent way to brick your only PC if you don't know what you're doing. At least it was when I was doing it for the first few times. Actually, that's probably has probably become a lot easier now that I think about it in more recent ones. Can we try to read, like, when you were running the program, it was giving the or the
I'll go back
command
days.
prompt is gone. Yeah. So if you run it again, right? Or the client was fine, but the server was not, right? The server dies. So it
So error
dies on
accepting client
which?
socket.
Okay, so it's.
But that's because there's no error. There's no client socket to begin with. Like we haven't run that file.
Okay, so yeah, normally what you would want the server to do is to kind of wait until a client is connecting,
Yeah. So
right?
a while loop
So
then.
yeah, some kind of while loop. We could try this, but I'm not sure if. Can we look at the documentation for the accept
Yeah, for sure.
method?
Let's do it. Accept. Was it?
Yeah, so I realized that I've gone into like full-on debugging mode immediately, which I don't know if that's like the most helpful thing for us to do. So this one,
Okay. I'll go on the Microsoft page.
yes, this
Shall I
one.
send you the
Okay,
link?
so yeah, sure, I can open it locally. So what this one is supposed to do when there's nothing replying, or nothing trying to connect. So there is a function that you can call. Apparently there is a function called VSA get last error that should get you basically like more details about the, oh, you have it here. Okay, so it just gave you the
Yeah.
number.
Gave
Ten
just a number.
o. Okay, so what is 100022? Let's see if we can find an answer from Microsoft's documentation.
Mirko Mas has a front row seat.
Sockets error codes 10066 is I'm going down the list, and it's directory not empty. Cannot remove a directory that is not empty.
What?
That, did I read that code right?
Wait, what?
No, sorry,
Mike,
that's 10022. Sorry, not 10066. That's my bad. Where is the list? 10022, right? Invalid argument. Some invalid argument was supplied, for example, specifying an invalid level to the set sock opt function. So we have provided it with, like, we've tried to listen to a connection, but we gave it data that is not, like, the parameters are not right.
oh yeah, invalid
and it would have
argument.
been, yes, it would have been super nice of Microsoft to give us the right, like, this error message instead of the 10022. But
That's
sure.
Microsoft.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
So it's in this
Uh,
accept function. Now, I
yes.
have a feeling it's one of these type conversions.
Yes, that is
They look awful.
they are a little bit, yeah. So let's go back to the basics and see what we're actually supposed to be providing this function. If we open up the documentation again, I'm actually going to just follow along on your stream instead of watching the or your screen rather than going off and
All
like
right.
browsing. So if you open the documentation for accept again, like what are we supposed to give it?
Okay. So it is.
Uh, yeah, if you scroll up, so we're supposed to give it the
Socket.
socket object, and then we're supposed to give it uh, the address of a socket address object, and then we are supposed to give it the actually, can you scroll down on the parameters list? Like here we have the description of these. The exact. Okay, and then
The last two are
okay,
pointers. That's all I can
yeah.
say.
Okay, so actually, maybe I can take this moment to explain something about how to read this description here, like the C++ block, the gray block at the top, right? So
All right.
in the fields, like the parameters where it's saying in and out, basically when you're telling the Windows API to do something, you quite often like that API is gonna give you back some kind of an object that is kind of large, and uh, it's a little bit tricky in C++ and C to like return large objects as like valid, like the results of a function, because usually that would mean that you would like either have to copy a large struct from sort of code that is controlled by that API into your program, or that API would need to allocate those large structures into like heap memory and then give you the pointer to that data. So what they often do instead is they ask you to reserve enough space for like whatever it is that you like, whatever that data structure, like however much space that needs, and just pass the pointer, like the address of that like block of memory, um, like basically the out parameter, like the sock address thing, that is going to be essentially the output of this function.
All right.
It's kind of hidden in the parameters, but that's what it's logically doing.
All right.
So let's see, where's this binding actually
So
defined? Like,
binding is.
uh, yeah, okay. So it's I think I see it. It's a const sock address in binding, and you create this thing.
Which again, it's using C style casting, which probably it shouldn't do.
Uh, Probably not. Like, I actually suspect that we. I'm actually wondering if we even need to do this at all. Can you try like just commenting out the line 51, and let's just create a non-const sock address. Oh, it was not even the same type actually. Oh, you okay? So
Yeah.
you were like there's this sock address underscore in. That's not actually the same type that sock address is.
I think it wants it to be a pointer.
Yes, but um like it's not about the pointer. It's basically you created a variable um that has a like it's basically a different struct or class.
Okay.
And then you gave the address of that. Hmm.
Where is bind? I don't like Microsoft documentation.
Uh,
Where is it? So what do you want? Sock address pointer. That's what it wants. And I want it
yes.
to be const.
Okay. So that is a. I believe that is a. This is actually one of the tricky areas because pointers. There's sort of multiple flavors of const pointers. I think this one is a const pointer in the sense that it is um, that the pointer itself is a const and not like basically I think what it's doing is it's promising not
Yeah.
to modify the address. Like this function is kind of promising that we're not gonna like modify whatever is in this address rather than um yeah. So I think what we need to do there is yeah. So let's start by just creating the sock address in and just give it some kind of name. Just like I don't know, address or something.
Should be const.
No, let's just make it like a regular variable. So this is just like we're just when we do something like this, if you put a semicolon, so an expression like that is just going to create in the memory of your program, like on the stack, it's going to create a sock address struct or class, whichever one this type happens to be. Like, let's assume it's a struct. Let's not go into differences
All right.
between structs
So
and
what is
classes
that?
right
What
now.
is the like verb called? Is it I always confuse it. Initializing, defining. Which one would this be? With just the
So
semicolon.
this one is just this one just like declares that we have a variable and we don't
Declaring.
initialize it. So
Declaring.
we yeah.
Always confuse them up.
Right. So then when we're calling bind, we would just need to provide the address. Uh, maybe we need to actually change it, choose a different name than address because we're going to be talking about the address of address. Uh,
So
so let's call it, I don't know, socket address or something.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And then
And
we
now, yeah. And now if you take the socket address pointer, like like you can remove the, oh, I can't, like, I wish I could like somehow mark, like just point at what I mean. But you have
which
this
line?
in parentheses, you have like sock adder pointer, like you can take that out.
Oh, the casting.
Yeah, yeah, because the casting is not necessary here. All right, because it's already the correct type. So then let's see, what's the next parameter for bind?
We got
Uh,
yeah the name length,
the name length,
which is the
the
length in
length in
bytes of the
bytes.
value. Yeah, I got stuck with that one last time.
Oh, okay. So, can you click the there's the sock addr structure of the local address. Like, sorry, in the documentation, they had a link to the definition of what a socket address is. Like it was already purple
Yeah.
in the page, right? Okay. So, address. Uh, use short.
Also, someone said that it's promising that the value will be unchanged, not the address.
Yeah, I can never quite remember how to declare the like pointer to const versus const pointer. I think it's just if you swap the order of like where the const is in relation to the asterisk symbol,
Oh,
it
okay.
changes it. But I don't like not sure because I don't write C++ every day. Um, yeah, so Okay, so there's two different structures, and right. Okay, so previously on the commented outline, you had the sock address in um, defined. I'm actually not even sure if that is. Yeah, so unfortunately, in this case, like the lack of a red squiggly line under the name is not like guaranteed that it's correct, because there's so many um, there's so many ways to use C++ that the IDE interpretation of what's going on is like not always right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think based on the fact that the bind function was expecting the socket address to be an input, like that tells me that we need to somehow like prepare that variable. Like we need to actually populate that structure with some meaningful data. And I don't quite know what the proper way of creating it based on just reading this. So I'm kind of have to say I haven't done like socket programming in a long time. So I'm kind of relearning everything live. So
Do you want the
we're
link?
all students here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So
Life is a
yeah. So this is the
never-ending
socket
journey of
address.
learning.
Sure. So right. Let's maybe if we go back to the socket address, uh, like on sorry,
This
when
one
we're using the socket address. So here,
here.
yes. So I'm the local address. Okay, I need to also dig through the documentation, I think, because I don't again off the top of my head know how this is supposed to work. So we got the socket address. Um, get sock stream.
Dixalius says it should be an int pointer pointing to the size and not a pointer to an address containing the size.
Yes, the problem is that the size is actually going to depend on how we initialize the socket address, because it was supposed to be the length in bytes of the actual address part of the socket address struct, and I don't know exactly what's supposed to like how we're supposed to initialize it, because like on one hand, yeah, we could look at the struct definition and we could basically do like an initializer, like some list initialization or something like that for that struct. But I suspect that the Windows API probably has a function that we're supposed to be calling to initialize this data. And I'm like desperately looking for an example of what that looks like because I don't know. So I think so. We got.
Jamie sent us some help. Let's see.
IP, yes. They sent an
This
IP
one.
address abstraction in the Discord. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, so there's an IP address class. So like as a data type. This is crazy. This is just a snippet. Damn.
Yeah.
Dixalius, it is what it is.
Yes, I think that there is actually maybe the part that we need is the fact that you're basically initializing the socket address stuff in the CPP portion of the snippet that you posted. And it looks like actually maybe we are supposed to like kind of manually populate the data into that struct. And please interrupt me if I say some nonsense words that don't make any sense. But yeah, I mean, you have the snippets, and you can see like I'll put this. I'll send it like directly like this part of the snippets. I think this is something similar that what we need to do here, like
Syntax.
before the bind function,
What does sin mean?
bind function call. So what?
What does sin mean?
So I think those are parts of that struct definition,
Oh,
right? So if you look at uh,
I have an idea, and it might actually be better
yeah.
if we just like fully restart, because it seems like I've made mistakes since the get go, and it's like destroying the entire journey. Would you say it's a good idea if we just like completely restart?
No, I don't think so necessarily, because you have like a bunch
Sure,
of the kind of skeleton. I wouldn't start all the way at the beginning.
fair enough.
I would like at most I would maybe like kind of ignore the stuff at the bottom for now and kind of start going from the beginning, and like make sure that okay, all the steps that we're going through are the right ones. Oh, by the way, maybe this is mm, yeah, okay.
Google user. I'm not going to be doing competitive programming. I'm just learning for fun right now.
Yeah, okay. So at the start of the function, all right. So we declare the WSA data variable. We call WSA startup, like to initialize the WinSock library. We return if that is like failed, but that seems reasonable. Create a socket. Okay, that also sounds reasonable. Then I mean, like up until that point, everything seems fine. Like we have
I agree.
the like we're just like at the binding the socket where did the earlier version of this code actually verify that the socket was bound correctly?
No, that's the bit
So
that
it
I was
yeah, so
talking about.
we might have like already this is the point where we already like go off the track a little bit.
It's all good until we
So
get to binding. This is the first error section.
yes.
Problematic.
So let me find the right window that I'm supposed to be looking at. Okay, here we go. So yeah, let me see if I can find an example from the Windows documentation for how to create the socket address like type.
Jamie, don't join currently. It's just gonna be
I mean,
us two for now.
I mean,
Someone's
I didn't see the message that they sent. Did they want to like pipe in on how to do it, or
someone
there's
wanted to
some
join the call, but
yeah.
I'm not sure. Would you mind?
I don't mind. I don't mind. So like if we
All right,
if we have
Jamie, you
somebody
can
who
join.
has been writing these.
All right, Jamie, hop on if you want. Socket client socket. Damn. I think I'm getting too ahead of myself though. Still being a beginner. I love a challenge, but Sis.
Yeah. So the thing that I don't quite understand is if there's a difference between the sock address, like sock addr struct, and the sock addr underscore in. Like the documentation just says that they're both used in IPv4, but and then they have sock addr underscore in6 and sock addr underscore in6 underscore old structures. Yeah, sure. Let's see. We've got
I've noticed in the Linux version of the socket thing, you don't have WSA startup. It's much simpler
yeah. I mean,
on
this
Linux.
is all because we're so basically Windows put all their APIs on a different like they're kind of doing the integration between user space programs differently than Linux does. So the way Linux does it is you basically do pure syscalls, and Windows does this like API layer that you're only supposed to use the API layer. Behind the scenes, it uses syscalls as well, but it sort of doesn't want you to do it directly because they want to have the option of changing all of that. Whereas Linux has a very stable set of syscalls that only very rarely get changed. And I think
Yeah, man.
I think it has, like, because the API is more malleable for Windows, that has given Microsoft the ability to like keep iterating on changing the APIs, and I think as a consequence, everything has gotten more complex over time. But that's sort of my just interpretation of how
So
we got here.
conclusion, Linux is better.
Well, it's for some things it is. Like if you're, for example, developing your own programming language, and you want to sort of break away from the way C used to do things, and then you are trying to have that new programming language use the API, then it's easier to do it on Linux because you can just directly create whatever data structures the syscalls require and call that. But in Windows, that's like next to impossible as far as I know. Like because you end up having to, like, you must use the operating system through these APIs. So you have to behave in certain ways like C used to behave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to some extent, you kind of can't get away from that anyway, even on Linux. Like if you end up like having to use any library that anybody has written ever, you have to at least pretend to be C in order to call that library. Yeah. But I know
Right.
we have was that Jamie or somebody? I know they're in the
Yeah, Jamie
channel, but
joined.
they're not speaking anything.
Jamie, you right?
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Jamie.
Hello, nice to meet you. Yes. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jamie. You right?
Yes, I'm very well, Ian. So the
Lovely.
issue is just hover your mouse cursor over the squiggly line. Is it giving you an error message?
Yeah.
So it's expecting a pointer, and you're passing it just the size of the socket address. So let's have a look on my code. So you literally just got to make an integer, assign it to the size of the client address, and then pass it in as a pointer.
Explain that in baby words, please.
Sure. Let's see. Where is your socket
Yeah.
client
I'm also
address?
trying
Right.
to. And you posted it in the chat, like, or in the.
Yeah.
So So I am.
So you can see in the Discord, I sent the a snippet from my code. So I've made an integer storing the size of it just to block the computer because it wants it for some reason. So
So do I copy all of that code then?
if you want to,
Oh, I see. So it like it, oh, it's an input output field, like a parameter.
So cute.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see.
you're able to sort of block the computer telling that it's a just a normal socket address rather than an input socket address.
Yeah, I actually, do you know what the actual difference between these two structs is? Like, why would one use one over the other? Like, I didn't immediately spot it in the docs, so
I don't know that now.
okay. Right. So, so the part about the size of. So basically, Gabe,
Yeah.
the thing is that accept function on line 70, that is expecting you to provide the like the size of the socket, but in a way that function can then update the size of the socket, right?
Oh,
Because
so like
it's going to modify the socket address. No, so you need to create like a
with the
separate variable, like a
ampersand.
separate integer. I think it was what was it a long. But yeah, you need to create like a separate variable that contains the size of the socket address.
Does it want this?
No, just a regular int. So you just like create one that is like, I don't know, socket address size or something. And then assign, like initialize that with the size of the socket address.
Its size of is all lowercase.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
It's all right.
All right, and then you put that, like the address of that here. Yeah.
The ampersand thing, yeah?
Yes. Okay, so that.
All right.
So basically, the thing is that the accept function will take your struct that you gave it, and it will take the size of the struct, and then it will like modify that struct and also modify the size variable, right? It's like after this function runs, your variable, like the socket address size, will have the actual size of the address.
That makes sense now.
Yes. So it's like, to me, it feels wrong for functions to be treating like parameters as both as input and output. But okay, so it is still failing. Can we do a check in the bind function, because I suspect the bind is still wrong. Like it just doesn't give you a compiler warning, but I think it is actually still wrong. So if you can we check
Yeah,
that the
there's a green
bind
thing now.
returned a good yeah, but I think bind should
That's
return
okay.
an error status as well, right?
Let's have a look actually.
What does it return? It returns
Yeah, it says it returns. We can just use iResult again. So
yeah.
reassign it. And then
Yeah, and then if we got a socket error, then we should like return with a failure, right?
doesn't say what it returns though. Oh, here it is. Return values.
There
Okay.
was some, yeah.
So like
Yeah, I think in the example code down below, it had like if iResult equals socket error, it's further down, close to the end.
socket error. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So that's like the umbrella for all of the errors.
I think it is probably like a specific error code, so it's possible that we might have other ones. So maybe there is like there should be a result that is like the success case as well. but
The reason it's not working is because your socket address hasn't been filled out. It's
Yeah.
expecting the socket address to be filled out with the address you want to bind it to.
that was something that we were trying to get at earlier, but like we don't
So like that.
like I don't actually know
Oh.
what the data should be that we're populating socket address with. Like what's the actual format?
Says it
And
wants
should
to
it
be
be
a addressed family.
so can you open the like in the other tab in the Windows docs, you have the socket address definition up there. So we can see, okay, so it wants two variables. It wants like socket address contains, like in the gray section at the top here, there's the struct socket address, which contains ushort SA family. So there must be some what's IPv4 socket family?
AF inet.
Hmm?
AF inet.
Maybe.
It's the family.
Okay.
What do you think, Jamie?
And we can
I've already done all this, all this boilerplate code in the IP address class that I sent.
Oh right.
uh,
Let's check that one out.
Going to call all sorts of functions to well, going to set the S in port, the S in family, the S in address, SR address, S address because it's all convoluted, and then you got to use inet PTON to convert like your normal 127.0.0.1 to a to a format that the computer is expecting.
so I see that code is working with the other struct type, the sock address in.
Yeah, it's basically just a wrapper for it. Just fills out the socket address, and then you can access it with the get socket address pointer function, and that'll work
Yes.
nicely in your bind.
Right. So the thing is that I thought the bind function was expecting the other struct as the input. So it was taking the socket address struct.
Yeah, you can just do a cast, it'll work. You just cast it to a socket address pointer.
Oh, I see. Oh, it actually is. Oh, it's actually the same size. It's just like kind of a. Okay. So, just so because I think maybe this is gonna be super confusing to anybody listening. So basically, when you have struct definitions, it's sort of describing the memory layout of how your data is supposed to be like mapped into memory. And there's nothing in principle that will like prevent you from taking a different struct and using that to map the same underlying data, but like accessing it differently. And so when we're talking about casting between these two structs, that's what we're talking about basically. Like we're constructing like yeah, let's do that. Let's create the socket address in. I think you actually had it in the code, and it's currently commented out like the const sock address in binding. So if you uncomment that one,
This one,
yeah, and then if we stop using the socket address, but right. So now if you take the address of that variable, like that struct, yeah. So now we need to do the casting of the variable. So we
The
need
static
the actual
cast.
cast. Yeah, or raw cast, just to like see if we can do this.
Jamie, I
Socket
would
cast.
use your code, but I want to write it all myself instead of copy and pasting, and I don't really understand what's going on over there, to be honest.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
So No, that's not it. No, it has to be. I have
No,
to write the
it's
type in. Socket address there. What is the type then? Is that how it works? The static cast.
I mean, it's basically going to be hang on. Yeah, so you put the target type there. So you
What?
put like sock address, like without the underscore in, but otherwise the same.
I don't think a static cast will work. I need to use the reinterpret cast.
Oh, that might be, yeah.
What's that? How do I
Yes.
spell that one?
I get it wrong every time. It's
Reinterpret cast.
reinterpret.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
that's
need
it.
the address of socket address. So you need to put the like ampersand in front of socket address.
Alright, it's
Uh,
red.
Why?
Didn't add an asterisk at the end of socket row in the
Oh yeah,
reinterpret cast.
At the
yeah,
end, like
inside
there.
the
No, the
inside
other one, the
the other
green one.
What, this one here?
After the chevrons, he knows where it's
Yeah.
reinterpret cast, and there's a chevron, then socket row. You just had a store. Hmm,
Why is that now red?
Let's see.
it's not working.
Cannot cast away from const. So just remove
Well,
const.
that's yeah. That's
Okay, it works
probably.
now.
Yeah, I suppose we can try this now, and if we did something wrong, then the I result would be
We did something wrong.
all right.
So, using uninitialized memory, socket cannot convert from argument 2 from sock address into sock address. And they're both pointers. I hope the quality is good enough.
Yes, I'm wondering if we maybe can we just try to do it with a raw pointer cast instead of the reinterpret cast, because I think
The problem is on line 78, it's not our code.
It's on line 78.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
oh
Seems to do the same thing
and
again.
then we just do we do the same thing here, yeah.
Same thing.
So we're basically just mapping between two different interpretations of the same underlying data.
Okay.
We have a
Now the bind
bind
failed.
failed with error. I would expect this to mean that the last parameter is wrong. So when we're providing the length of the struct, probably that's not quite right. Can you scroll up to the line where we do the bind? Yes. So let's take another look at the doc. Sorry, I've lost the documentation. I have to open it again. So the bind function expects that the third parameter is going to be the length of the name parameter. No, actually, it should be the same, right? It should actually be correct. Can we check what the 10049 code is?
Let's
It's
do it.
wrong address.
Wrong address.
Yeah, the way that you initialize the address isn't quite right.
Yeah.
Where on earth is it? The address. Well, this one. Socket address.
Yeah. So we have the address family, the port, the address. so I'm just gonna shamelessly just read it how you did it.
So once,
I've posted in the Discord something that should work.
sock address in sock address. Oh, so you just do empty initialization. IP. Okay. Ah. Oh yeah, I did read something similar to that on the actual documentation. Let's try that then. I love that you're using my port number.
Yeah.
So Jamie, can you tell me what like SYN stands for?
I can't. I really can't. It's just Microsoft or naming conventions or was it? I think it's. I don't know. I
The
don't know.
Hungarian thing.
I would like if I could hazard a guess, it would probably be socket in, but
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
not
sense actually. Yeah.
but I don't know. I have only approximate knowledge of this. So
What on earth does this mean? In address any.
input
What on
address.
earth is that, bro?
So usually the answer to any such question is to go through the source code and look at the modifications that were ever made to it and read the forum posts and the mailing threads and like email threads.
I wish I knew what those words meant. Mailing
No,
threads.
so a lot of, at least for Linux, you actually in theory can find really answers to any of such questions by going through like the mailing lists for kernel development. Unfortunately, that has been going on for decades, and the
Oh, it's
amount.
working.
Oh,
There we
It
are.
whoa.
works.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, while this is running,
Fuck yes.
let's connect to it with the client.
So open your website in your web browser, just type in localhost and then :6969.
Wait, that actually works. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
Yeah, because it's
client connected through localhost.
Yep. And then because you basically waited for the connection to happen and then shut down the program, this is what happens. Yeah.
Oh, that is so
So
sick.
yeah, that is.
How
You
does
could
a
actually
web
send the
browser do
client
that?
website now. You can send the client a website now.
Yes,
Let's do
technically
it.
yes.
Okay, I know there's a lot of problems with the client script because we haven't updated it in this entire stream actually. But
Yeah, but probably
we
we have the
quick-
same problems. Yeah.
yeah, it's with this SYN stuff. We're like
Exactly.
devils
Yes.
over here. But quickly, how would we like give a HTML file over there to the local host?
You can just type it out
So
and manually, just like do std string body and then. Oh, you've got to
Yeah.
make a HTTP like header file or HTTP header. I'll have a look now.
honestly, I think that maybe you don't even need to do that because I'm suspecting that the browser will still echo it back to you. Oh, it's hang on. I might have an easier alternative. Let me just double check if Windows 11 still has
I think I've got something I pre-made earlier for this. There we are. Just give you an idea of what you got to do.
I'm just trying to see if we have like Telnet on Windows 11 easily. Yeah, I think what you could do is you could open a console and basically run this command, which I will send to you. It's basically like just telnet or telnet localhost 6969, and that should open the like a telnet connection to that socket or that port. And that should like basically that should echo back anything that the server sends. So like you don't have to worry about headers or anything like that, I think. Like just localhost. And then 6969, yeah. And
Okay, that worked as well.
yeah, okay. So now basically telnet would like when your server sends back some data, it should echo it, like it should show it on the console, like via telnet. And yeah, hopefully you won't have to like. I hope it doesn't like immediately close when the socket connection dies. So yeah, I would say let's try writing some data to the socket and then waiting 10 seconds and then closing the
Let's do that.
connection. Yeah.
So what's the function for that then? Is it like send?
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just send, yeah. Sometimes it can
Like-
be intuitive.
Usually if it's intuitive, it's a mistake.
Right. So
Yeah.
read data from client. I won't do that yet.
Yeah.
Do that after.
Exactly.
So, wait, no, that's not it.
Yeah. So the yeah.
Right. So send. And I bet this returns something as well. So we need
Number
the
of bytes
socket,
sent.
which is
yeah. I mean,
That's the
it's
socket
just,
that you send into.
yeah.
It would be client
that's,
socket.
that's the actual string, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
it would be.
Hello world. Yay.
Right. And then the length of
Yeah.
the string.
Yeah.
6. And then the
Yes, and
flags.
then-
That's optional, isn't it?
Yeah, so that probably can just be 0 if you don't set any flags. Yeah. And then yeah, let's see if that actually works if you run it. And if you run that, okay. Did the
Nah. Oh, what?
yeah, so the problem is that with the browser we can't really see the response if it's malformed. So can we try the telnet thing?
The telnet, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a server running.
And then what was it? Oh, it was just localhost
Local.
port connecting.
Try and send it to the client socket, not the server socket.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, I'm sending it to myself.
It's
How beautiful.
like writing a
Why-
letter, going to the post office, sending it to yourself. Or something.
Where's my client socket then?
Yeah,
oh, I
it's
didn't
the-
assign it. It's this one.
No,
isn't
it's accept. No. It is, but it's like in the client there, right? You
Just skip
accepted the
past it.
connection. Yeah, you probably want to close the server socket actually.
Server,
but-
alright.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that again.
So if we restart that and
Boom.
Yeah.
Welcome, catfish. We're just making a server. Okay. Oh,
that also did not quite work. So one thing that you could do is you could try like restarting the client or the server, sorry, and then if we try hitting it from the browser, now that we're actually sending some data, maybe we can see it at least in the debugging tools.
Oh, in debugging.
So if you,
okay.
yeah, so if you open the localhost 90.69, and then what you want to do is right click there. Yeah, exactly. And then you probably need to restart the server. And then refresh here, or yeah. And did we get any data back? No. At least I don't think so. Like yeah, I think it did not actually give us the data. Are we missing anything from the actual response, like or like from the sending? Do we need to like we don't need to close a packet or flush anything, or
Maybe we need to use a flag for like something, right?
well
Even though it's optional.
well, the only two flags that we can set are do not route and OOB data, which is like stream style sockets, such as yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the flags would make a difference here.
Okay. Right, I think we should start working on the client code because the server one does work.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we are maybe we're closing the program too quickly, like we didn't actually finish sending the data even after we called like send.
But this function would like be completed before we went to the close socket function.
Presumably, but I don't know if the like Windows socket implementation works that way. Like I would have
How would you
expected
wait
it
10
to have
seconds?
sent.
Chrono.
Yeah, I mean you just do like
How would you do it?
well, I mean there should be some kind of sleep command that just waits. But you maybe for C++ you actually need to like include that chrono. No, it's thread sleep. Yeah, let me.
This AI included
also-
thread, but it's not even using it. I don't think. Oh no, it is. That's
Yeah.
so weird. You need two separate headers just to sleep.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I mean it looks like you only really need the two, chrono and thread. Like just to specify the amount of time you need to sleep and then actually sleep.
Just CN. The Xalius just says just do CN. But I did try that earlier, it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. And then
Okay. No, but only the first request.
try telnet again.
Yeah. Like I also need to maybe check if telnet. I mean, it should have just printed out anything that the server sent. But I'm wondering if maybe telnet needs some command line flag to do that. Like it has been probably 2 decades since I last played around with telnet. So,
Jimmy, you right?
Yeah.
do you have any ideas on how to get how to verify whether we're getting data back, other than running the client?
Well, I've written in the Discord a a HTML header. So the browser's expecting loads of like, garbage data, like what's the status code, what data are we expecting. I'd recommend just making a HTML header and sending it to the browser, and then you'll be able to get your page from that.
Okay.
Fair.
Right. This code is much simpler, so that is more understandable.
Yeah.
Now, would I need to make separate, like, more files for this? Does it have a different
No,
If you
extension?
scroll down,
like,
I've already built the string.
yeah, it's literally we're just hard coding a string directly in C++.
Yeah.
And
Oh. Sick. Let's do it.
yeah.
Okay.
And you need to include the
I need to include string.
yeah, you need to include the string library, exactly. Yeah. Okay. And
then we send the body.
yes, and then we just specify the length of the body, body size. Size, I think, is the. Oh, you need to convert the C string into a the C++ standard string into a C string. So
Static.
No, you need to actually convert it. So you need to, like, the string will have a function called C string. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I said that in Jamie's code. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
0.
The
size.
body length, body size. Is there an actual difference in those in C strings? Okay.
There's gotta be.
Okay, and then
That's weird.
Hello, Harry.
Try and bind your server to port 80.
Port 80. Okay.
Yeah. Your ISP might not allow like automatic port forwarding.
The ISP doesn't matter because it's local. It's all local.
Hmm.
So you're like running it like on the same machine. It's just local network loopback. It's
Oh,
ISP.
interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it would be potentially a concern if you were actually hosting it and accessing it through like the outside network. But yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really wondering if we are actually terminating the process so fast that we don't actually send the data.
Right. I just want terminated then. We just see.
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's
just not
one
do
way.
that. Let's just not terminate it, man. Boom. Oh, it works.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
blind it,
we were
guys.
terminating. We terminated it before we waited.
I'm
We killed
blind.
the.
I can't see anymore.
Okay.
Very smart.
Okay.
Right, you guys are very smart. I gotta say.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm wondering if the send function needs to, like, actually I wonder if do we need to close the client socket first and then the server socket, and if we're closing the client socket and there's still data going out, it'll wait until it's finished. Maybe. Can we try closing the client socket first?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So let's
What? Wait. No, that does work. It does work.
yeah. So I think it was really just that, like, because we were directly after sending or starting to send data, like we basically handed the string over to the Windows library, and then we
No, it
killed the
doesn't
Windows
work.
library. Oh no, it doesn't.
No,
Oh,
that was
no.
just an accident because I went to the previous page and it reloaded what was already there.
Oh man.
No, it didn't work. It didn't work. Oh, someone has a
Any-
message in the chat. Does that mean the request is sent asynchronously or synchronic? How do I say that word?
So,
Synchronically, bruh. Whatever.
It'll be
so
synchronous
there's
until you tell it not to be.
yeah. So the problem is that there's so many different ways that you can interpret that question, kind of. So when you're sending large amounts of data over a socket, it needs to be chunked up into individual like packets. I think we're still under, like, this message would have been under that threshold, so it would have gone out as a single packet, I think. I don't remember what the maximum size is, but that was a very small response. So I'm assuming that it was one packet. The like, usually for other things like disk IO, the operating system tries to sort of batch things up. So when you're writing a bunch of data to disk, it doesn't necessarily write everything in one go. It might sort of wait for you to give it more data to write,
In a buffer.
or if you're basically it'll buffer it most likely. I I think it's probably less common now with SSDs, but like back with older drives, it was for sure a thing that you just couldn't write as fast as you wanted. So quite often the operating system would just pretend that you're writing faster than you think you're writing. So that's kind of what I was expecting might have been happening here, so that the send would have just sort of accepted, like basically the operating system would have accepted your packet to be sent, and then like send it, like start sending it right now, but maybe not exactly at that instruction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I don't know how much sense it works, because apparently my theory wasn't right. So
I get it a little bit.
all right, but basically, so it was working when you had when you were, which socket were you? Oh, it stopped working when you included the WSA cleanup.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. So the closed socket, it doesn't terminate the connection. It's the WSA cleanup. That's what destroys everything.
Oh. Yeah, so I mean, there must be some kind of buffering happening. So maybe like, yeah, I mean, maybe it was waiting for you to send more data because it knew that the package was not, like, there was still enough space remaining in a single packet, so it didn't like immediately send it. Because if you decided to send more data, it might be able to put that all into one packet and be more efficient about it. I'm wondering if that is actually one of the flags that we looked at earlier. Can we try this again with including the WSA cleanup, but also setting the there's this MSG underscore OOB flag.
In the send, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, OOB.
OOB.
Yeah. So
Out of
let's
band data.
yes. So let's so this is usually used apparently for like streaming style things. So maybe we want to send as fast as we.
Seems like it does work.
Okay, so yeah, I think it must have been waiting for like the full size of the maximum size packet to
Oh no, it still doesn't work.
no. Yeah.
We keep on getting trolled by the browser.
Yeah. The other thing is that the browser is also caching a lot of things. I don't think in this case it would really be caching stuff. But if you ever do like web development, you will get very familiar with like the force refresh shortcuts of your browser that you're testing, like drop caches and all this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna start theorizing because stop theorizing because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we should get on to this client file.
Yeah. Sure.
'Cause there are a lot of
Sure
errors.
thing. So what was the actual error that happened when you like there was no compiler errors, right? What was there?
They are different projects, but I'm just gonna comment out. Okay. Yeah, so it says 0 out of 4 errors, but it's not actually saying the errors. It's not. I can just I can leave that uncommented if I just compile the current project. Alright, let's try that. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I need it commented just for now.
What would you need to? Oh, you
Okay.
need to to prevent it from.
Yeah. Even though they are different projects, it's under the same solution, so it's all compiling. Right. So
Yeah, I think.
this errors aren't showing.
Yeah. Can we?
Here. Okay. So line 1.
Unresolved externals. Are you including the right headers? The same.
There's no header. There's no header files. That's why. I didn't include it. Alright. So let's do that then. That will fix it all.
Right.
Okay. It fixed one of them. It didn't. Server.exe. Why is that even there?
Because okay, so so the thing is that when you're running that like when you're pressing that button, I think it is still trying to compile the server.cpp file, and it does not find what it's expecting to find there. So
okay, so it did succeed. I just did the client one, and it did succeed. It says down there.
yeah. So the thing is that button at the top, like the local Windows debugger or like run at the top, on the top bar, it doesn't like necessarily know which of the projects you mean. I think you have to explicitly configure it for it to know. But yeah. So
Okay,
you have
we'll just open it up in terminal then.
yeah.
If you want to swap it, you have to click on the solution name, and there'll be a target project.
Yeah, I
And the
mean, I think
properties.
Retarget to this one, yeah. Retarget solution. Oh no.
No, just click on it like with a left click, and it'll show up the properties if you got that. Oh, you must have closed the window.
Properties.
No, in Visual Studio, if you see on my computer right now. So on my computer, when I click on the solution, there's a window underneath it saying properties, name, active config. I think it must have closed that window. There'd be a window you have to reopen in the taskbar.
My brother, I'm confused. What is...
I don't have to fix it.
yeah, the problem is that your program immediately shuts down after it receives, or when it has an error, or when it gets the data. So you need to actually run it.
Hello, Gabe.
Hello?
Can you
Hello?
press on the green arrow next to the local window debugger on the top of Visual Studio? There's a small gray arrow at the top of the window, the Visual
That
Studio
one?
window.
No. Closer to the left. There's a local window debugger. Like I think you were hitting that button earlier.
That
Yeah.
one.
Yes. So here, yes.
Bye bye.
Yeah, there we go.
Bye-bye.
Actually, in the first one, you had configure startup projects. You had single startup project. You want to select multiple startup projects, and you want to have both of these as a startable thing. I think that earlier when I was talking about profiles, this is what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and now if you save this or hit OK, now you should, yeah, and now you should See the top changed a little bit.
I
So now you have like start here, and I think it selects the.
Okay, now it's talking about client.exe, so that's good. Oh, wait, it still says server. It's still talking about server.
Yeah. So did we uncomment all the uncomment all the stuff that we had commented there? Yeah, we need to uncomment all this.
But we're
Yeah,
not even
because
touching
it was not compilable. Okay, so that's
Oh,
server.
it wasn't compilable. Okay. All right, so there's two windows popping
Yeah.
up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because now it's starting two things, right? It's actually starting the server and client.
I think it was debugging.
Yeah, possible.
Server listening. This. I think that's the debugger or something.
No, this is the client, but it exited with code something.
Let's do a std output to show its client. So.
Yeah.
Huh? Read access violation.
Oh, yeah. We have the same problem that we had before. We're not initializing what's in the socket address. I think we need to do, like, if you look on line 56, we're creating an empty struct, and then we are trying to. Oh no, actually, sorry. This is the pointer is null pointer. Oh yeah. I think this was something that happened last stream.
So it's because of the C-style casting again.
It's not. It's because the pointer, like the variable pointer, is actually a null pointer. If you go up to where it's declared,
oh, that's true.
You're saying, oh, the null pointer is a null, right? So I don't quite know what we're doing here, to be honest. So I think we need to create. Probably we need to also do like address info, similar to what we did in the server CPP file. So you can probably just go there and like yank the code that where we create the actual address of the socket.
Wait 1 sec. There's too much going on. I don't need that currently.
Yeah.
So okay. Here. Make these a bit bigger.
All right. So I
this
think
is client, that's server.
Yeah, so on the server, if you go further up, oh no, sorry, the binding the socket, you have the socket address created there, right? So I think you need to basically take all of that, like where you create the, oh, not the server socket, sorry, the socket address, that one. Yeah, I think you need to take all of this where you create this, well, okay. When I said all of this, I did not mean also including the bind, but everything. Yeah, so between 54 and 61, I think.
And that will be in this section here.
Yes. And yeah, so then instead of having this socket address like empty struct, we should be using this socket like this new socket address struct that we created here. And we probably need to do the same reinterpret cast in the connect.
Wait, we're getting a bit too far ahead. My brain's not catching up. So we still have an error back here though.
Do
That's
we?
because yeah, it's here. It says it needs to be examined. Oh, I just want to do that.
Oh, okay. That is it's a warning. It's basically saying that, hey, you got a result that you're not checking, right? It's not actually an error. It was more of a like it's a warning, and it's actually a good warning to obey. Like you should check that. But yeah, so we have this iResult.
Okay, that's good now.
Yes. Okay. So hang on. Then we create the WSA.
Yeah.
Which is the other file that you have in the project. which I think we don't need for now because you are like it's doing the same job, like it's initializing WSA.
Yeah, actually that's true. I
Yeah,
just
so
did WSA data.
well, we already have that
That?
like on line 29, so we can actually just remove it for now.
Line 20.
Um,
We do. I didn't know.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like we have it everything in line, and later we do want to break it out into like different files and like bring some kind of structure to it. But right now
Decompose
we
it.
can just do everything in the main file because we're kind of trying to get the basics working. Okay, so we have this WCA data, and then I think this address info, like we're just declaring some pointers that point to nothing, which is not what we're looking for. I'm just trying to look in the code. Where are you using this address info thing?
I just stole it
Oh.
from Microsoft website.
Okay. Which area?
Let's see. It was who was I think Dixalius sent me something.
Okay.
Let me see.
I will.
It was no, it wasn't Dixalius. It
Yep.
was someone else. I think it was.
I'm looking.
Who was it?
I think it was probably the title in the last stream somewhere.
No, someone personally DM'd me a link.
Okay, well then I
Find
don't know
it.
what it is.
Mocky.
But what we can do is we can look at the
It was Mocky. It was this one. So this is the guy that I used.
Okay. Yes. So we basically want to so we created the client socket, and then we're trying to connect. So let's look at the connect method, like the connect function. It's I think the third result, connect function when sock to this one, right? Okay, so it's actually pretty much the same as the bind method, right? So it takes all the same inputs as bind. So we should. So basically, it's similar in structure to what we were doing on the server side.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So if you look at what happens in bind, right, on line 65,
So it's
we
the
have
same stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's we give it a socket, we give it a socket address, and we give it the size of the socket address. So we kind of need to do all the
Instead
same.
we do connect. Okay.
Yes, and we do
Client socket.
Yes.
Okay.
And that I think is all good. And then we just need to
We've got to
check the
receive
result of
data.
the connect. Yes, and I am assuming that there will be a method like receive or something like this.
Well, so I sent the data to the server, but I didn't receive it yet. So obviously that's going to be
Yes.
stored in a variable. I think that's going to be like a C style string, right?
Yes, exactly. So I think the function that you're looking for is called recv, which is just receive. And so here we need to
socket, so server socket. Oh, no, client socket. No, what is it?
Yeah. Yes, and then
but how are we supposed to know what's in the buffer when we haven't received it yet?
we don't. Like okay, so we create a buffer and we specify the size of that buffer, and then we expect the receive function to put data in there, like into the buffer that we provided them. and this is I realize that this is gonna be hard to explain. So basically, yes, when we're receiving a message, we need to write it into a buffer. Our program here is supposed to create that buffer. Like we just create an empty buffer. Let's say, I don't know, 2,000 characters long or something like this. And then when we call receive, we give that receive function the address of the buffer where it's supposed to write into. Does that make any sense?
A bit more.
Okay. So what you probably, like, the simplest thing that I can imagine that we can do is we can just on the one line above this one, we can just create a buffer that is 2,000 characters long. And that is, we basically just create an array of type car with size 2,000, and that's it. And that's going to be something like, well, I'll type it out in your chat, and my wife is complaining that I haven't gone to bed yet. I'm sorry. I'll have to like
You
leave
can leave if you
relatively
need.
soon. No, but I'll like quickly, like, if you do something like this, that should work. So it's like yeah, it's basically similar to no, you need to do it on the client side. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yes. So
Okay,
now
right,
we have
I've got three const cars though, like this one, and this one as well.
yes. So I think here we don't need to actually send anything to the server yet. Right, so maybe we can comment out the lines, yeah, in that range exactly. So we have,
So we're just
this
receiving.
is the, yeah, we're just receiving because the server is currently it waits for connection and it sends a bunch of data over. So yeah, and then we say 2,000 here, or
We don't want to hard
yeah,
code it
and
though.
yeah, but for now it's okay. And then 0, I guess. Yeah. And then this one is going to return integer. So it's going to return basically a status code of whether the reception was successful. And then we can like, you can basically have like, so basically it's, instead of int data, it's like probably I result equals something. Yeah, so I realize I'm like talking a little bit too fast probably. So
Okay, the client window closes straight away. But the server stays up.
Server stays up. So I think maybe the client is still running into some error. Did it actually print out something into a console somewhere? I mean, you can do std in here as well to make sure that we actually yeah, and then like just basically wait with closing the sockets.
Oh, we
like
need
with
that flag as well.
that one maybe, but I think it probably won't actually matter for the receive side.
Okay.
But I'm not sure, so I'm gonna try to see what the possible values for the.
I'm guessing WSA cleanup was the thing that was destroying the window again. Yeah, it was. Okay.
Okay,
So connected through localhost 166, connected through client. Okay,
The
so they're
receive
both
function
working.
returns the number of bytes received.
yeah. So it's like
Ah,
we received 166 bytes, which looks promising. Maybe you could, instead of doing that, you could do std cout the buffer. Yeah, because that buffer, no, it was right before. But basically, if you are yeah, because that buffer that you created should now be populated with the data that was read over the socket.
Good
that's crazy. The flag did
Is
work, by
what-
the way.
Okay, so yeah, so the problem is that we are basically printing all the 2000 characters. So I think because we didn't initialize it to anything, it's going to be 0. And
No, you want it to be 0, otherwise it'll go on forever. Just
Yes.
when
Yeah,
you're
there's,
initializing buffer, just type in equals and then open bracket, close bracket, so it's 0 initialized.
oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's right now, it's just has garbage in it. So
The terminal's currently broken. It's not letting me close
Right.
it. What?
okay.
I got virus.
You give me the
Um,
papyrus.
Yes.
It's-
Okay, but
it's-
basically, yeah, I think what you
I can't close
like,
it.
there should be like a function that lets you print a specific number of characters from the buffer. So you could basically like the receive function gives you the number of bytes, and you would just print out that number of bytes. But I think you can't do it with that syntax with the cout.
Okay.
Like it's some like I'll have to look at what
Well,
the
so
function is called.
printf would be better.
No, it will work. You just need to initialize the buffer to 0. So after you type in char buffer, open square bracket 2000, so on, just type in equals and then open bracket, close bracket.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, like that will make it 0.
Do you need to still specify 0 inside there?
It will 0
No.
initialize.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah, cool.
Hello, chameleon.
I think you maybe want to.
Now it's just not outputting anything.
Yeah, it's
But it does work. They do connect.
yes. I'm wondering if we need to remove the MSG OOB from the client. Although I'm not sure. I mean, it could also be that we're sort of not like doing the cleanup too early or something like this. But yeah, I do think that I need to go, unfortunately.
That's all right.
So yeah, this was a blast. And yeah,
Thank you for
I hope
coming to this stream.
I hope
It was
I
educational.
moderately. I hope it was moderately entertaining at least. I don't know how educational I was, but
I learned quite a bit actually, so thank you.
all right. Yeah. So, ciao.
All right, man. See you next time. Bye bye. Lovely. Oh, hello, Arturo Gutierrez. You're the brother from South America, I believe. I remember that very nice last name you have. Jamie, do you wanna fill in?
Yeah, I'm looking at my code right now. Just to see how I got it working. Let's see here.
Da from Peru.
Okay.
How are you doing, Arturo? You had a nice day? I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back in a minute. Hello.
Hello, Gabe. So,
Lovely.
is your server closing immediately?
The server. Let's see.
Let's see if we can just run the server on its own and then connect to it with the client.
Yeah, it is closing immediately, but it only closes after it connects through the local through the client. But while it
Alright.
listens, it stays, which is expected because we're only sending the data, but then instantly closing. So
What's weird to me is like it says we're receiving, what was it, 160 bytes, but it doesn't print out anything. It gets a chevron character. It's not closing.
no, it's not.
I don't know what's
Okay.
going on there.
I'm just gonna have to keep Task Manager up permanently.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, okay. It's not even showing up in Task Manager. Oh, it is.
Click on detail. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
There we are.
Okay, I'll hide that second output. We don't need that because we've got no one with a camera. Unless Jamie, do you want to show your camera?
I haven't got a camera with me.
Oh,
I haven't got a camera now.
Oh, also, are you watching the? Is anyone watching the like Discord stream?
See, it's,
Are you using it, or should I close it if no one's watching it?
I am watching it through that, yeah, just so I don't have to hear myself or get a delay.
Oh, perfectly fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Original, how would you do that? Original said you can turn on a Windows setting that allows you to end tasks from hotbar. I did. I right clicked and pressed close window. It didn't work. End task. Ah, okay. Let's try this then. End task. In taskbar, yeah. Okay. Ah, yeah, that is really useful. Thank you, Original. I thought you used Linux. Oh no, you used Linux. What was it? Yes, you are lovely. Okay. All right. What's going on? Okay. I still didn't receive. I didn't read the data from the client. We might as well do that.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
help, right?
Maybe we can send the data that we received back to the server just to verify that it all works.
Okay. So that won't be the message. The message will be whatever we received. So okay, all right. We'll receive the data, and then we will capture it.
Yeah, yeah. Send it back. Return to sender.
That data, and then data again. String length. Oh, do I need to turn it
What?
into a string? Oh no, that's the error. That's the code.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
of bytes. So how do I receive the
So
actual
you-
data though?
So the data is well, you get the data from the buffer. You got a buffer from 975, so the receive function will fill in that buffer,
Oh,
and
okay.
and the data should actually be called like num bytes received.
What?
You know, it says int data. It should be called like int num bytes received. number
Oh,
of
did I do
bytes
that?
received. Yeah, so rather than calling it data, we call it number of bytes received.
Oh, is that like a naming convention?
No, it's just it makes sense. That's the that's
Oh.
literally what it returns.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not data. So number of bytes received, and then
And where it says int send data be by int number of bytes sent.
sent. Oh, so that's what send returns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
And
sure
then
it is.
send data. That is going to be that. And then we output the buffer. We won't work. Oh, it would work now because we initialized it, right? Yeah. So okay, let's try that.
Well, I mean, we initialized it to 0, but it's been funny. It's only printing out one character, and it's only got that little right angle there. It's really weird because what was it? Brave was receiving the message fully, and we saw hello from CPP server.
Yep.
That's so weird. What if we do? See, I think there's a way of printing out the buffer hexadecimally. Modifies. Let's see.
My microphone keeps falling from this DIY stand.
Oh, dear.
It's gonna break. Okay. So what? Oh my! Please stop falling. I'm buying a new mic with my next paycheck. Another Blue Yeti.
Oh, very crickets. Right, let's see. All right, so what you need to do is make a for loop going from I to the number of bytes received, and then in that loop print out the character using printf, format like specifying as print out as hexadecimal.
So on line 89.
Yeah. So you just do for int I equals 0, I less than number of bytes received. Yeah. Then you just do printf, and then you want to type in like string and then %sign 02x.
What?
Yeah. And then
What
you
does that
just
mean?
pass on. It is. I don't know. Even normal things like printing out an unsigned long up. I can't remember half the time. But no, that should just 00. Why is it saying that?
Oh,
Okay.
also, someone in the stream quickly asked, why do we send it as C_string?
That is what the networking API expects. It's a C API. It doesn't know about STD string. It just knows about pointers and that.
All right,
It's
so
a
it
really
wants
low
as a
level
C
library.
string.
Yeah.
Cool. So back to this one, 00.
How many bytes are we receiving? Let's print out the number of bytes that we're receiving.
Let's. And then print.
You have to do like %sign D. To format it as a
Okay. Every time I do it, it starts in debugging mode. That's not good.
It's all right.
What? What just happened? Wait.
Hang on.
Something sketchy is going on. One sec. That's it. Okay. And now start without debugging. Now 0001. So it says 1 bytes received.
Yeah, you got 1 byte received. That's really weird. Why is it saying that?
So what is the byte?
Oh, what I meant what the for
Hmm.
loop was, you see on 991,
Yeah.
you're printing out I. You want to
Yeah.
print out, the I
Oh.
byte, so buffer I. Yeah. So that should print
Yeah.
out all the bytes in hexadecimal form. But I mean, it will still be 00. Oh, hang on. What's this? 3E. I think
3E1.
3E is a
Yeah,
chevron.
3E. That's hex.
That is so weird. Yeah, that's hexadecimal.
We should. So should we add all of that to another variable and then convert that from hex to string?
We've already got it. We're just printing it out as hexadecimal. We've already got the normal, plain text data. I'm wondering why it says now you're only receiving 1 byte, because last time it said you were receiving 160.
Yeah.
I know. Send some data to the server so that it knows that you're connected. Because otherwise you'd be receiving from receiving from something that doesn't know to send it to you. If that makes any sense. So
Yeah, we sent the
yeah.
buffer back.
All right. Okay. So what's happening is the server's starting. It's binding, and then it's waiting to accept a connection, and it only knows that if you send a packet to the server. So once a packet is received from the server, it will send over the HTML. So you need to send over like a small amount of data to the server so that it knows to send it back to you.
So I send back.
So you just send over some data before you start receiving in the client.
Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't work. What type of data is it? It wants a
It will say
string.
pointer to a constant char. Yeah. It's all the way around for the pointer. Yeah, and then just put it in there. Data string len of data. Only don't dereference it. Yeah, that's it. And then instead of string len buffer, it'd be string len data. In the sending bit. Yeah.
I'll
Alright.
do tests to make it better.
Sure. So now the server will know that something's connected to it, so they can send data to it. Because the accept function will wait until a client sends. Huh. When socket connected. So listening.
Do you want both code files to examine them?
No, that's fine. Well, yeah, I prefer like that. That's good to see. Yeah. How did we get it working before? Because it was working with the Brave browser.
And I think it still is. Oh, how do I execute just server then? Back here,
Configure startup, and then
just that one.
yeah. You can also manually select which startup project if you go to your solution, but there is, I think you're missing that window. You must have turned it off.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. Right, so if you're in your server and go to your Brave browser.
And then
That doesn't work, but it was working before.
oh yeah, that's because I uncommented WSA cleanup. And then I'll just do that. Now it works.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not telling me hello from CPP server. Hang on. What if we put the entire thing in a while loop? To say while true, accept the connection, send over the data.
Let's do it.
Just so we know. Yeah, so
So
we do a while true from well, I'm going from
After
like do
bind.
while. Yeah. After we bind it and sort and do all that. So it'd be
before
so
listen.
from hang on, be no, not from there, but we don't listen on a loop. Do a while true from line 82. So that we're continuously receiving new connections. Yeah, let's try that. So now we'll continuously receive new connections and send it, hopefully. There we are. Perfect. Right. Okay.
It says we've got 2
That's what-
clients connected. Oh, yeah, because
Well,
that's. I
I
said.
don't know what's causing that.
Wait, what? I put the maximum that can be connected to 1. It's not possible there can be 2.
I don't know what's causing that. I've got a similar issue with my server that I'm writing. I'm trying to make a multi-threaded HTTP server, and for some reason, like half my threads are clogged up, sending data to the same client. I don't know what's causing it.
At least it works. At least it works.
No, it's close. What's going on there? It should be. What's going on? Oh, it's an exception. Yeah. So it works, but just only once. Oh, I think it's because we're not closing the connection.
Oh wait, no. Every time I refresh the page, it connects it again.
Yeah. Oh. Your computer's going to explode if you do that.
No, it's loading on the tab. It says it's continuously loading.
That's
What is
weird.
it loading? Can't be that much.
Oh, man.
Oh, my mod left. Did he even say bye?
No.
No.
I wonder why it's just saying that it's loading. So it's already loaded.
I bet that's just localhost shenanigans.
Is there any way to close the connection? Because it might be saying, okay, well, I'm going to keep on loading until the server says to close the connection.
Yeah. Oh wait, I know why it's loading, right? Continuously. Because it keeps
Why?
on sending this. And then when I close the terminal, it stopped loading on the tab.
Okay. So you're basically DDoSing your computer.
Yeah, basically sounds like it. Oh wait, we can actually
Right.
test if it is being DDoS. I'll check the network thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sounds good.
Oh, that's crazy.
We'll see.
Network.
Hang on, this is all loaded. Oh, hang on. State is 200.
Wait. No, I'm not getting DDoS. It's 0.1 kilobytes. That's it. 130 milliseconds. That's so slow.
I don't know why it's so slow.
I think
Is it still
C++ is
receiving
just a
data?
slow language.
No, it's definitely not.
It can't be. That would be so weird. I think Python's faster than C++ at this point. We got a question from original. Wait. Jamie the expert's
Go
gonna
ahead.
answer it, hopefully.
What's the question?
I'm trying to read it. Wouldn't a underscore string function be slightly smaller than a std string in the body.size function thing?
The C string function just returns the pointer to the internal memory of the string. So it would they're technically the same thing according to WinSock. Well, I mean, not really, because WinSock is a low level API, so it can't accept std string as it is because it's expecting a pointer to some characters.
So there's no point
But-
comparing it to std string because it's not possible. We can't use std string.
We can use std string, but we have to tell WinSock to use the low level. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, the only way we can use string is by asking it for the underlying low level buffer. That's the C string function that you got there.
Okay. And he also says the size of body.size would +1. Wait, original. I don't understand your English. Since you do body.c underscore string, wouldn't the size of it be body.size +1 since the null terminator exists? And only works right now because the buffer array is already set to 0, acting as a null terminator.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Did you get that original? I think he did.
We don't need to include the null terminator when we're sending over a network.
Okay.
Because we're already telling it we're sending this many bytes over the network. And the null terminator is only there to say, okay, we're going to read along until we find the null terminator, and then we know how many bytes we received.
And then he asks, it doesn't work if you send multiple things to the same buffer. Would it work?
You'd have to tell it to send it to an offset in the buffer. So when you receive some data, you obviously get the number of bytes received from the return value, and then when you want to receive again, you do like receive, then socket, and then like buffer plus number of bytes received. Obviously, making sure they're not going out of bounds. That's how you'd receive multiple data in the same buffer,
So basically
or you
overwrite
could just make multiple buffers. Say again.
So you'd basically overwrite it.
Yeah, well, not really overwriting it because that implies you'd be writing over what you've already read. But it'd be you write this much data, and then you're gonna start writing to it as an offset. So the point in the buffer after what you've read. I don't know. If I find like explaining programming concepts in English very very hard. It's a different language.
Original says he says cool. I think he understands.
Yeah.
But do you speak another language, Jamie?
So I speak English. Just because programming is a very abstract thing, it's hard to word it in English.
Yeah, I understand.
So it comes across as gibberish if you say that you're talking to someone about programming in real life, like, oh yeah, you just do send client socket body.c string, you know, people like what you want about.
Yeah, man. It's even worse if your mother language isn't even English. That would be
Yeah.
like, insane.
2 layers of translation going on. I'll type the answer to the question in the chat original, so it'll be receive.
Dot size doesn't include the null terminator. That's what someone says. Oh,
So in like a crude way, that's basically saying you're going to receive some data, put it in the buffer, and then we're going to add it to the end of what we've already read in the buffer. Why is it failing?
I don't know, man. Also, Jamie, you stole the original's number 3 spot. I think he's gonna get mad. Anyway,
Did I?
yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, what? Wait. Original went from number 3 to number 1. How? How?
There's some
This
politics
guy's
going on here.
hacking, bro. This guy's actually hacking.
He's got
This
his
guy
mo-
went from number 3 to number 1.
He's got his YouTube mod menu, like he's on Black Ops 2.
That remind me of the good times. I've always wanted to make a Black Ops 2 mod menu.
Oh yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons I started C++.
Mm.
I wanted to do modding.
Yeah. I wonder why his server's complaining in, saying it can't bind to the socket. Have you already got a connection bound to it? Is there try and bind to a different socket?
Ow, that was loud. Bind to a different socket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even change any code though. It just
What's that? Okay, try again.
I changed
I
nothing
don't-
and it just broke. Okay, now it's
Oh, now it's
what?
working. Alright, cool.
What?
You got some
This don't
hackers
make
listening to
sense.
the connection.
Original's definitely hacking my stream, man.
That's how he got to number 1.
Mods ban him now.
Original says, if I'm understanding correctly, then is this correct for sending multiple things to the same buffer? Do you do buffer bytes received equals? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. I mean, you can do it, but it's just not necessary. You could have a vector of pairs saying, okay, my first piece of data starts from here and ends there. It was me, guys. I'm sorry. I will stop the hacking. I knew it was you all along. Right.
Mercom asks, can you type in the stream because Original doesn't think you're a mod. I'm gonna need you to assert your dominance over him. In a obviously heterosexual way.
Original says using a heap is bad. On a
This
web
guy
browser that
waffles
is using
so
the heap.
much. Yeah, he waffles a lot. Don't worry. Don't listen to him.
Mm. What's your plan for the HTTP server? What do we need to add next?
Well, I basically just want to do the same thing I did in Python, which is do this, right? And well, I don't need the website anymore actually. I just want to be able to send messages using the terminals. Like that's it.
Okay. What? So like one person's got a terminal. You know that's a server terminal. I've got like a chat room basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, chat room, that's it.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah.
But right now it's even though it's only localhost, I wanna make it so it's just on my local network, so someone on another computer can just log in.
Yeah.
I'll have a funnel
Alright.
full of hackers or something. I don't know. Just a learning
Okay.
experience anyway.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Rich,
Okay.
look in the chat now. You silly Billy. Okay. See, mod's always watching. Don't act out of line. Okay, so
We need to figure out why it's not working on the client project.
It's not working.
Well, it wasn't before. It was just printing out one character, wasn't it? Well, it was closed immediately. It was cool.
It's because I went in debugging mode. Okay, here. So
3E1.
3E1.
It's just... Okay. Right, I've got an idea. I've got a good idea. So I think that the reason why it's saying 3E1
Number of bytes received.
because-
So just remove that.
So the reason why it's saying 3E, actually, 3E, is
Yeah.
because that is the last character it receives. That is the ending chevron of the HTML body. So if you go and change in your server, change the message like the letter Q or something, it would say, well, what's your printout normally Q? So if you put Q,
that again?
Q.
What,
So
here?
just print out the buffer normal, like put char. It's printing out like a plain text thing, printing out a string or a character. No, there's a C function called put char.
Put char. Never heard of that one. So
It's just like it's like doing a printf, but only for one thing, for one character. Oh,
put char.
yeah, that's it. And then you just the buffer at the index,
Oh right. That's true.
the character in the buffer at the index rather. Yeah. So
And that puts it on
that
the screen.
Okay.
Does it put it on the screen?
Yeah, that'll print it. Yeah, that on the terminal.
Oh, there's more
So it
print
should-
functions.
Yeah. So that prints out and then a chevron and a closed chevron. If you go to your server and change the last character you send to a different letter, it should print out that. That's my suspicion.
But the
What's
bind
wrong there?
failed again.
Oh, just shut up.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. It
Not
could be
efficient.
because we're in the while true loop and we're closing it without doing WSA, and shut down and close socket. That Windows is freaking out about it, saying, "Oh, you're still open, so I can't bind you again." I have to wait for Windows to sort it out.
Bro, alright. Okay, so now it's working. Okay, so what do I do in the server? You said put Q.
Yeah, so
Okay.
in your page, you got a variable in your server, called page. So at the end of page in the characters, you just add a Q. No, it's like like you're adding it, like you're saying, here we've got the page, and we've got like a different letter, just so we can verify that this is a problem.
Yeah.
No, after page.
Well, I did that.
No,
Like that?
you changed the variable name. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Alright.
Right, let's try that.
Okay.
We should now see a Q in the. There we are. Yeah, that's proved my suspicion. Right. So for some reason, it's only printing out the last thing it receives. The last byte it receives.
Okay, I think I know what that is. Because number of bytes it was 3. So I will always be less than 3. 0, 1, 2.
Let's print out how many bytes we received, just so we can make sure. Because it should actually be 160 odd, like in so it's working it's working in the browser. But we definitely receive more than 3 bytes in the browser.
Still got Python syntax in my head. Right, none of
You need to
bytes received.
get that sorted out, or cause you a problem. Right.
Yeah,
One byte
byte.
received. That doesn't
So-
make sense.
So buffers is only going to be 0. No, I is only going to be 0, I mean. The index.
Yeah. That is so weird. I'm gonna check my code and double check it, or double check.
So buffer
Steven
position
there.
0 is Q. But how? Because Q is the last letter in the buffer. So
That doesn't make sense.
That would be I position 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, well, It'll be positioned like 160 plus whatever the offset will be. So you got
the last
number of
one.
bytes received equals received from the client socket. Receiving the buffer. The buffer. How much data are expecting? Then you've got this MSG oob. What does MSG oob do? Try and set that to 0 and see what happens.
That is what allows the terminal to be alive. Otherwise, it kills it.
Oh, how would you know?
'Cause I tested it out earlier.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
So on both of them, on both the functions.
That works.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Wait. This one, WSA cleanup, is still commented.
Yeah, that's causing the problem where
Okay.
it sometimes
Oh.
binds, sometimes doesn't, because Windows thinks it's still bound when you close the program.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's still right. That's really good. Yeah. So at the top we got HTTP/1.1. That's the HTTP header. That just tells the browser, what type of data we're receiving. Did we receive all the data okay, and how long this data we're expecting.
So is this like header stuff in
Not like in C++. It's just
in the
information
HTML?
about what. Yeah, it's just it's information for the web browser or the client about how it should handle the data and what type of data it is.
So is it
And
metadata?
was it okay? Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Okay. 167 bytes. Okay, so now if we print out the last one. Oh, we print out all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we received data from the server. Now let's give the server back data. So we didn't do that yet. So
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. But that would have to be in the while loop. After line 116.
oh yeah, right. I'll just delete that and then put that here. So but what data type would we store it in?
Well, first of all, we needed it'd be a buffer. So we could have a buffer of 2,000 characters like before.
Wait, was it int? Was it int? No, it was car. It was car.
Yeah.
And then receive.
Yep.
We don't need the number of bytes sent actually, so it's fine.
We do actually. In fact,
Oh yeah, to loop over it with the for loop.
no, because you can just print out normally. But
Ah.
what I'm going to say is, do the same thing that we did before. We do, buffer equals then open bracket, close bracket, just to zero the data out. Otherwise, it'd be garbage data.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, so what's the next one? Buffer. So that is buffer.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put the star.
No, that's fine.
Oh, I don't
So,
need it.
as far as C++ is concerned, but when it sees buffer, it already is a pointer because it's a C array. It's just a normal array. And because of C++ is C heritage. Whenever C sees whenever C sees an array like that, it automatically decays it to a pointer. So as far as it's concerned, it's already a pointer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There'll be 0. We don't want to do any message Uber nonsense ever again. Because it was causing so many problems.
It was.
We
I
don't need
thought
to
it was
loop over
helping.
it to print it. It wasn't
We
helping.
don't-
Was
no.
it? You just print out normally. We could do it as STDC out. And the reason you see garbage data if you're not zero initializing like we're doing there, is because when it's compiling and it sees char buffer 2000, it's literally just incrementing a register in the CPU. So there's something called the stack pointer, and as soon as it sees that, it just increments it. Well, it's incrementing. I think it's actually it's subtracting it by 2,000. I think it is.
is that
So
the stack?
whatever was in the stack before that, it pretends it's already there.
Ah, yeah.
It's
I
low
only know
level stuff
like
in C.
I've learned about a few registers in my computer science GCSE about the arithmetic, logic unit, accumulator.
Oh yeah, I remember all that. Yeah.
Register. I
Mm.
got an A star, but I forgot everything.
You got an A-star star. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway. I got a grade 8 when it was. I think it. Are they still doing grade 8s?
Well, yeah, we do it in numbers, but I just did it in letters for people watching to understand.
Yeah.
Not everyone's in England.
Hmm.
I got grade
I think I
9.
lost 1 mark from I had an algorithm question, and I just fluffed it up so badly, and I lost a mark from that. I would have got a grade 9 if it wasn't for that, but it's okay.
Oh.
GCSEs don't really matter in the adult world.
Yeah, they definitely don't. Second I went into college, it don't matter. Wait, so how old are you then, Jamie?
I'm 23 years old.
Oh, so when you did your GCSE, that was like the first year that the numbering system came out.
Yeah. Oh, it was 2018, I think it was. Ages ago, that.
Nah, I wouldn't take that.
It
wouldn't-
was.
Will. Well, that's a bit
Was
rude, I
it?
can't lie.
We love senior software engineers. You know what? I would say that as a compliment because a senior software engineer is
Smart.
somebody above junior.
Yeah. Smart. Smarty pants. Yeah, that is a compliment actually. Take it both ways. Right, now
Right,
let's
so
try
we're receiving the
this.
buffer, receiving data over the network.
Fuck. Okay.
You still got the program still open somewhere.
Oh, what, bro? Okay, let's try that again. So what was I doing?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we received it. We're just not. Hang on. What's happening there?
It's because it's because this send thing. Maybe it's not. Wait, no. I'm waffling. Don't listen to me. Yeah, that should be printed, but it's not.
What if you get rid of the MSGU? The usual suspect.
Oh yeah, usual
Yeah.
suspect. Okay, but that was the thing that actually saved the program last time. I swear.
So sometimes you get false positives like that. Right, we'll see this then. So this is which one is that? Is that the server or the client? That's the client. This is a server.
Servers on the left.
Client. Okay. 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 Let's print out and so let's just print out. This is how many bytes we received. So the same way as before. Number bytes received equals receive. So from you from. Oh, I know what's going on. So we're receiving from the wrong socket. So we're receiving from the server socket when we should be receiving from the client socket.
Huh? No, we are. Oh no, that's a send.
Yeah. So
And then
on 921 in our server, we're receiving from the
Bro.
wrong.
It's like talking to a brick wall. So I was
It doesn't tell you, does it?
sending. Oh my! Wait. Yeah, so the server was receiving from itself, like talking to a brick.
Yeah, it was talking
What
to
silly,
itself.
Billy.
All right, let's try that. I've never had a job in computer programming.
What sort?
I worked in
You're freelance.
but when I was 18. No, not even freelance because there's no way of getting a job as a freelance. Absolutely no way. Honestly, I spent 50 quid on Upwork for credits and all that, and I couldn't get any jobs, and I applied for so many. But no. I got gone with GCSEs. I then went into college, and because my English grade wasn't good enough, because I got a grade 3 instead of a grade 4 for English,
Yep.
and they put me in like a slightly lower level class for ICT, and that was so boring to me. It was just ridiculous. So they were teaching things I already knew,
That's not
and I
fair.
was expecting no,
They should have looked at your grade 8 in computer science.
exactly. They should have opened their eyes. Then I dropped out of college. I then got a job working at Asda, and let me tell you, don't ever work there. Just don't even shop there. Even it's a horrible company. Don't even shop there. It's so awful.
It's cheap. It's cheap though.
It's not actually. I think Lidl's cheaper. All right, let's see. Are we receiving data from the server? From the client? Well, receiving is the server receiving data from the client now? Test.
Yes.
What's test? All right,
It
cool.
that's what we sent. It works.
That's the original message, isn't it?
yeah,
That,
yeah.
you know that. Okay.
That's the test message that we sent.
Yeah. Okay. So I think if we do another,
Wait, no, that doesn't
Do-
make sense. We're sending
does,
it
it
to
does.
the client socket instead of the server socket. That should be an error.
have we got a server socket names in the client?
Wait, what?
Right, where was it saying server
Oh
socket?
yeah, wait. No. Client. So we're connecting client socket.
I think that should be renamed to server socket. I think unless we've made a different one, because we're not binding to this. We're not binding to that port. Well, yeah, we're not binding that socket to the port because the
Yeah, so
server's
we're
already bound it.
creating a client socket here. It has to be called client socket, and then yeah, because there's
I
no
think it
IP
should be. I
address.
think it should be called server socket. It should be called server socket because it's not a socket to a different. It's not a socket to something we're receiving. It's not a client to the. It's not a client to the client, if that makes sense. It's a socket to the server.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of rename.
Yeah, but I want to find the old references. Well, you could do it in Visual Studio Code. You could just do like Control F2 or something like that, and it selects everything, all of the references. You can rename it like that.
I think Control
yes.
RR.
Control RR.
And then just type in the new name.
Oh, that fit. That worked. It.
Yeah,
You're-
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you.
Right. I'm wondering if we even need to send a message before we receive. That's what I'm thinking about. Let's see if it works if we don't send that test message.
I don't know how we've got 12 viewers. Do people find this entertaining? Test. All right. But the client kills itself after a minute. So
That's so sad.
probably shouldn't say that on stream.
Watch it go to 0 viewers now.
Which we get demonetized. I'm not even monetized. What am I saying? Which we just get banned. Devant, she got 1 out of 100 in chemistry. You know that's not even that bad. That's not even that bad, bro. Average in my school.
I remember the copper sulfate and copper carbonate experiments in science with like blue crystals, like a Walter White.
Yeah. Everyone made that same joke and it never got old.
All right. Okay. Let's see if it works without sending that test message in the client.
once. Wait, my headphones died. Say again.
Let's see if it works without sending the test message in the client.
Oh. Okay. Well, so comment this one out.
What I was watching the same
Wait.
wrong stream there. Yeah, we don't need. I don't think we need to send out. Yeah, we can comment all that out. You know, where it says test number of bytes sent, all that.
My comments are really stupid. They're not working. They're not working. So okay, so
it happens all the time.
send so that. Wait. Okay. So this one's cooked as well. I'll just do
Yeah.
that.
Right,
it's
let's
working.
see. But
Yeah.
okay, so it does receive it. That's interesting.
Client still
From the
dies. though.
client. Client connected through localhost. Right, okay. That is weird.
Who said racial slurs? If someone says racial slurs, mute them. I mean,
Well, what's happening in the server?
I'm not sure. My mod just said.
No, I
"Wait,
mean the C++ server.
Ah, the C++. Okay, anyways. So, that one.
Right, so we're receiving there, yeah. Right.
I don't get what's your game plan. I think it all works perfectly fine. It's just because we don't have a while loop on this one, on the client, so it just dies. We just need a while
Hang
loop.
on, Matt. Hang on. When are we sending the buffer back to the server? No, that was the game plan, wasn't it? We receive data from the server, and we send it back to the server, and then print out what we received. So we should be send server socket, buffer, you know, whatever, the rest of it. Well, what the original problem was we were sending that test message to the server. So on the server, we sent the HTML data, and then we received a message from the client that message was test, when really we wanted to see the buffer that we sent.
Ah. Okay. Now that makes sense. So. Okay, so I need to uncomment that one. And then I'll put that over there. And then send the buffer back. Send the buffer back. And now that will work. I just didn't understand what you wanted to do. Okay, so it does work,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
That's completely
perfect.
fine, yeah. Once
Absolutely
I understand
wonderful.
the question, it becomes easy. I was
Yeah.
so confused. Right, and it sends a queue at the end. Like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 'cause we
yeah.
did that, yeah. We don't want that anymore, though. Just
No.
delete that. So what is page then? Oh, this.
Page is HTML data.
Yeah. The metadata, innit?
Yeah. Well, no.
And
The body, the body is metadata, like the HTTP 1.1 stuff, and then after the metadata, we send the page.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
So what do you want to do now? Have a while loop saying enter your message and then print it to all the other clients? Because we can
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Yeah, this should be a simple bit. Oh, wait, we're going to need multi-threading, innit?
Not necessarily. Well,
I needed that in Python.
Ooh.
And like asynchronous bunch of crap. Async, I don't know. Did it ages ago.
I don't think we'll need to do multi-threading for this project. I don't think we will. So what we'll need to do is when a client connects to the server, we need to put it into a list, or probably better, an unordered map, so that we got like a so that we know who's connected, so we know who was connected to the server, and then
yeah.
when a user sends over some data, like say hello everyone, it'll go to the server, and then the server will send that message to everyone else in the server. If that makes any sense.
Yes, that makes sense. So, okay, I need to get unordered map. Include unordered map. That reminds me, 2 days ago, I was bored in my class and I just started to do two-sum on LeetCode.
Two-sum?
Yeah. On LeetCode. And in C++, and I just got to a point I used unordered map, and I got to a point where I passed all of the basic unit tests, like the first 40,
Yeah.
and then I just got stuck after that. But that was the furthest I ever went by myself, really.
Good.
So that
Yeah.
would be a string, because it's the actual IP, and then the other one would be. But why do we need a hash map? We could just have a normal list, a normal array. Well, like a vector, I mean.
So
vector.
okay,
We don't need a nickname. We just need their IPs. So like a vector would be good.
I wouldn't use a vector, and the reason is that a vector, when you push back on a vector, so a lot of things how a vector works. So internally, a vector is a structure that has a pointer to the data it contains. So it'd be struct vector, then like a pointer to the data, and also a integer to count how many pieces of data are in the vector, and then another integer to say how much data can this buffer hold. And when the count equals the capacity, then it will reallocate everything. And that's why vectors can be quite slow unless you like say, oh, I'm expecting this many pieces of data. But
That's
if
a
you
lot of
use
data.
yeah, but if you have an unordered map or a linked list, like an STD list, it doesn't reallocate everything. It only reallocate what it needs to reallocate.
Okay. But what would the value be? We got the key as the IP, and then
That will be a socket.
the actual socket object.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
Mm,
you could have like a user count, like this I'm going to use like a I don't know if you've used Postgres or any other SQL database, but there's something called a serial. Not like
Used-
Weetabix serial, but just a number that increments every time a new user joins.
I've used MongoDB.
So we'd have a number.
I've used MongoDB. That's it.
Oh, I've never used that. But we'd have
What
like
is it?
we'd have a size t saying like serial, and every time a new user joins, we'd increment that number and then add it to the map. And the map wouldn't be a map of string to socket, it'd be like serial to socket.
The serial is just an int.
Yeah, it'll be a size underscore t. Or rather std size underscore std colon size underscore t.
That's just an unsigned long.
Yeah, internally, yeah. It's just a naming convention, a naming convention from C. That's why I see in a lot of C code, there's like, my data type underscore T. It's a C naming convention. It gives better clarity on what it's for, basically. Let's see here in the chat. Original says that is why heap sucks. It's slow, and I disagree. And heap allocation is not slow. It literally takes a few nanoseconds or microseconds to allocate something new. It's copying over the data. Because in C++, there's different types of construction. There's copy construction, move construction, or default construction. And that's what's slow. Doing a deep copy is definitely slow. Or if we have it in a normal linked list where we have STD lists and socket, allocating of that would not be slow at all. It'd be very, very fast. Yes, what serial number? Okay, so we got the unordered map of the serial number. Oh, my Siri's going off on what's Siri doing? All right, no, not serial number like Weetabix.
That's what it's gonna be called.
Serial number.
It is what
So
it is, bro.
yeah, so it wouldn't be a map of unsigned long to string. It'll be map of unsigned long to socket. And I would really suggest not
Oh,
not
yeah.
calling it unsigned long. I'd really recommend just calling it or serial.
I want my code to be unique.
To be unique.
You're gonna crush all my dreams.
Uh,
So we want it's a socket. Okay, so
yeah,
put that
yeah.
one there. Don't try to declare local variable with no name.
Don't even
Oh.
try, otherwise the C++ police will come after you. I mean, that is legal C++ code, but it will do nothing.
That is so useless. How does that even exist, bro? How is that legal?
Well, the reason, okay, so,
So that works as well.
and that is a precise reason why C++ is better than Python. Type.
So you can just make a program that has a billion ints.
It would definitely not. It would not compile to anything.
Okay. This is.
Yeah, board
users.
game in the chat. Board game maker is right. Vectors are faster to iterate generally. Yeah, absolutely. Because with linked lists, you got to jump all over the place to find the data. But vector, it's all in one contiguous array in memory. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we got an unordered map of users. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So now in the code, when a user joins, we just add it to that. We add it to the unordered map, and we increment the serial number. It's just a
Okay.
unique number that tells us what the unique number of the user.
Okay. Right. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna figure this one out myself.
All right, good.
So.
A question for the smart guy. I'm not that smart, honestly.
He's clearly not
Is it-
referring to me.
Could be. Maybe it is a question for you. And original wants to know why. Well, actually, is it possible for the heap just to allocate memory next to the current allocation if there is space instead of a totally new place, instead of a totally new place, instead of copying everything?
Fuck. Okay. Right. Stop getting distracted. So. Users at position. Socket equals no. Socket. Client socket equals.
No, it'll be serial. It'll be serial.
Shh. Let me
It
figure
won't
this one
work.
out.
It
Let me
won't
figure this
work,
one
but-
out. No, but I need to figure it out.
Right.
See, alright. So that's gonna be serial number. I just forgot which one was the key value. So serial number. And that's the client socket. Sick. And each iteration we reassign that one. Wait, that's not good though. That we're continuously I don't know what the word is. Like we're
Continuously accepting a new connection.
no, we're defining the client socket with the data type every single iteration. Wouldn't it be better if we just do socket client socket like that and then remove the data type here?
I would not say so. I know it looks intuitive to do that, but the way they've done it there implies that it's already usable in that state that you got it in there.
It basically means
Alright.
like the compiler will do that anyways, so it doesn't like change the assembly code most likely. So all you're doing is making the client socket available outside this loop, which you don't want to do. Speaking of that, you should probably start actually formatting this into classes and like not do everything in main.
100%.
Because you're
I will-
starting to
I
actually
will.
implement features, and that means it's time to categorize them and stop like messing with all of this all the time.
I definitely will do that.
Don't worry, Gabe. I'll walk you through resource acquisition is initialization, REII, and you'll understand that perfectly. Right, that's working good. Yeah.
There's just so much going on. It's hard to keep track of what to do next. I actually forgot what I need to do next. So we've added all of them to the hash
yeah.
map.
Then but you also need to increment this serial number. Yeah.
Right, and then we can. I don't want this HTML file anymore. So why don't we just make the body variable a C string to begin with?
You can do that, absolutely. Yep.
Cool, but the size. Wait, I just removed the wrong thing. The I can't be.
Yeah,
arsed with that.
it's it would have worked. It would have worked if we had 5 more seconds of patience.
Okay.
Right, yeah, be boarding just as it is normally. It's already a pointer. Then you have to use like a string len or str len to the length of the string.
Beautiful. YouTube's telling me to take a break.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it was. I'm not.
Why is it saying that? is it your mum?
Nah. Bro, it's the stream. It's because I'm watching it on my phone. I put my
Oh right.
time limit for like a few hours. The stream's been going on for free, I think. Yeah, free. Continue to tune into. Huh?
He wants to know what what a move constructor is. There's different types of constructors in C++. There's copy constructors. There's move. Move constructors and all sorts of constructors. And when you move to classes like DCX, alias says, you'll need to know about all that. Otherwise, you'd be having 2 sockets connecting the same thing, even though you've only got 1 object. It's absolutely mental. But you don't have to worry about it for now.
Okay. So after we do this next thing, we should put it into classes.
Yeah,
Separate
absolutely.
modules. Decomposition in it.
Yeah.
Computer science is
And
working in real life.
And it also, because you're using 2 projects here, so you've got server and client, I recommend having another project just for like the shared library between the 2.
Oh.
Otherwise, you have to remake the classes in different projects, and that doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
That's true.
Also, you should be starting to compile your own C++ library of like all the utility stuff you ever make.
Yeah.
Because if you plan on doing a lot of C++, that will become very, very handy very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And it just scales out of control.
when I was writing OpenGL code, I must have been writing the same mesh classes, the same shade classes, the same or all sorts of classes, texture classes over and over again because I never bothered to make my own OpenGL library sort of thing. That's honestly years of my life been wasted doing that.
So you're wait. So you're saying it's best to make your own boilerplate.
Own library, yeah. So I can tell you how to do that if you want. Let's make a new solution, a new project, call it lib. We'll have to tweak the project settings to make it compile to a .lib file rather than .exe. And then we have to link the client and the server to that lib file. And change the include directories on them so that it knows where the header files are. It sounds complicated, but it's really not.
Right. I think that's a task for another time. Can't lie.
I can't be bothered.
No, I can be bothered. I'm really interested in it. But I want to do this thing first.
Right.
There are so many tasks going on, and the Xylus is giving very good
Overwhelmed. Yeah.
hints as well. But just I don't want to get distracted. So
Right. What is the next thing you
let's
need to do?
focus. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, let's
right,
think.
we're
Let's think.
focusing.
So, lock in, guys. No more distractions. I'm gonna stop reading the chat as well. Originals distracted me. So let's see what stage we're at. Oh no, he just pinged me. I'm already distracted again. So client started. So number. Okay, we received that from the server.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to make a while loop that continuously sends the thingy majingies, so the
Yeah.
data. So I can delete that debug statement.
Yeah.
And I'll leave that. We need that.
Now you're gonna have a problem. You're about to have this problem, and the problem is, and don't go overwhelmed by it. Is that whenever you send something to the data, whenever you send something to the server, it will make a new socket for it and add it to the list. So you need
That
to think about
sucks.
how you can organize the data. So it'll be
Oh.
rather than sending just plain text hello, you have to send like a byte saying, okay, byte 0 means I've just joined. Byte 1 means this is a message. Byte 2 means I've disconnected now.
All right. Or I can just check if it's in the list already in the map.
Yes, absolutely, you can do that. Yeah. That is a good way of doing it, actually. Yeah. But then you need to keep. So to do that, you need to keep track of the IP addresses that are connecting. And then that's why you'd use.
That's what I wanted to do from the beginning.
All right, cool. Yeah.
But no, we can just use if statements with the socket because it would be a different socket every time.
Well, no, because when we're accepting a connection, we're also getting the IP address, aren't we? That's next to us. So if we have an ordered map of like a string that represents the IP address and the port that's next to us, then we can just do a check and see, okay, as this guy already connected to us, okay, we don't need to make a socket then.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'll make another unordered map inside the unordered map. So the size T, that's the serial number.
We won't need a serial number anymore if you can do it like that. Frosty Flakes.
It's just like that, innit? Yeah? That's the IP.
It will be a string, yeah.
We don't even need the unordered map.
Why not?
So we don't need the socket. Oh, we do need it to close the socket.
We need the map of IP addresses to sockets, so that when a user sends some data, when a user sends a message to the server can send that message to all the other clients.
By the way, I think it's high time to actually implement a proper exit out of the server. Because right now you're just closing it hard, right?
Yeah, Just close the server socket.
So you want to
Yeah.
have some way of communicating with the server, either starting another while loop on another thread and like another window and listen to commands there, or doing it by commands from the clients maybe, but that seems like a hassle.
I simply
Still
just
need
want
to
to
get
Some way
the
to
other
talk it.
other
So
clients
because you
answered
want it to
first.
like lively be able to like receive requests. You could for now implement that as like every single time it tries to send something, it just waits for your input to send the next package, and then the input exit whenever you want to exit. If you don't want to do anything multi-threaded at the moment.
Sorry, a bit confusing me. A lot of words.
We just need to use this getting connected first. We need to worry
Sorry?
about hygiene of the server open and close. All that. We just need to get the users connected. So you got the string, yeah, the IP address, the socket, yeah, perfect. Where are we accepting the next client? Client socket, okay. Where are we getting the IP address of the client? It should be in the.
We're just
Should
gonna
be
ask
filling
them.
out.
Server socket. No.
That socket's a pointer.
Yeah, I was thinking Pythonically again. Everything's just an object.
Oh, that's when things go wrong.
Well, yeah, that reminds me. There was something extra where you can get the address. They get this, and they get address function.
Okay.
I had that at the start of the stream, but then I
I
deleted
might have
it
it in
because-
my code, but actually I'll look in my code and see if I got it there. Let's see. So accept.
What do you mean no results? There was just results.
You don't need it. Or are you talking about something different than the accept function? Okay, is there a separate function that tells you what's incoming before you accept it? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just talking about there's a function that get address. You have to make a struct for it. In your own. Actually, I'm gonna rerun to the start of the stream, so I had it there. Let's just see that one. Can't find it. Oh well. Who left?
No, this Discord messed up. Then I'm gonna glitch you.
Someone just left the voice.
It was Chameleon.
Oh, the mod. All right. My beautiful mod. Mirko Mas. He's got 2 names. Okay. So what were you thinking then? To get the address.
Well, let's see the rest of the code. So if you just move the Visual Studio so you can see the rest of the server code.
I'm gonna send you the whole file.
You're gonna send me the entire.
no, the
Hey, when you
message
been
is
sending
too
because it'll
long.
say message. Okay.
Have you used much GitHub, Gabe?
Yeah,
Or Git
I've
in
got the
general?
GitHub link in my bio.
Yeah, but
I don't use it though.
you know, you could just
Yeah.
never mind.
How do I commit it then? I've never committed in Visual Studio. I've only done it in the command prompts.
Oh, it's such a distraction.
It's a what?
It's a distraction.
Ah,
You can also
thank
should
you.
be top left git. In the title bar.
Oh, but I have to
Create.
log in.
Right, it says here that
need to
you,
log
you
in.
can't get the IP address before you accept it.
It's alright. It's alright.
So you have to accept the socket to get the IP address.
Yeah, so this is after the accept function. So we. Yeah. So what? What now? Get
So you should have
Yeah,
a
address
variable
info.
storing. Go socket there in the IP
No, that's not it.
client address. Socket address underscore in. Where is your socket address underscore in? You know, when you're accepting the connection, you're giving it the socket, and you're doing the reinterpret cast on your socket address. So that's the address of the incoming connection. So we can use that to get the IP address.
Socket address. That's
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's
Go on.
the server of the server. That's the IP of the server. Wait, we're all
No,
gonna have the same IP. It's all gonna be the same IP.
No, because in your while loop, you're accepting it, and then you're setting the socket address. See, you've just got one socket address in your program that's storing the current socket address that you're using. So initially, when you're binding to it, you're binding to the socket address that you're using, and then in your accept loop, or in your while loop that's accepting, it then overwrites it, saying, okay, this is a new socket address.
So we can't use the previous socket.
No, we can because we've already got the socket. So the socket and the socket address is two different things. The socket address is just information about binding it. That's absolutely fine.
Oh,
If we
because it's in the hash map, so we can use it again. Okay.
No, what I mean is the socket address underscore in is not necessary for socket to exist. It's just information used by Windows to connect to that socket. But once you make a socket, it's no longer needed.
Okay.
So when you accept a new connection, the socket address is the data in there is filled in about information about the incoming client. So when you accept a connection like this, the s underscore in port will be the port of the incoming connection. Address will be the address of the incoming connection. You can use that to make a string and then add that socket to the hash map.
Yeah, but what's the data for it? What's the method?
The method is
The function.
it's inet underscore ntop.
So doesn't exist.
Oh, not there. It's not a method. It's a standalone function. And you have to build up the string from the result of it. So you'd have to put on a different line saying inet underscore address, and then you have to fill it all out. And it's an absolute faff, to be honest. Well, it is C code. So you have to do like inet underscore ntop.
What on earth is ntop?
I
What
don't
on earth?
know. It doesn't make any
What
sense.
is ntop? Okay. Let's just say
So, it's this function. So
it's a function. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Int
gonna return
families.
something.
The family it will be AF underscore inet in all capitals. Yeah, and that's a pointer to the S in underscore address of the socket address. So that would be ampersand socket address dot sin address. Yeah.
Buffer size. Pointer Pointer
And then you need a buffer, a pointer to a buffer that's got like, the normal like 127.0.01 sort of thing. So you need a buffer of size inet underscore adra strulen. So it's same as like you do a char, then you like do IP buff and open square bracket. So like on line 104, you need to make a buffer just to store the normal human readable IP address. And the size of it is inet underscore adra strulen. Yeah, in all caps. Yeah. Yeah, and then just add that into the inet ntop function.
Yeah, that's just 22.
Yeah. Why would it be 22 though? Don't
Huh?
write down 22 just because it makes more sense if you do like AF or whatever it was. Like, yeah. Well, otherwise it's a guessing game. But why it's 22?
Well, I know it's 20. I know why it's 22.
You
That's the
won't
maximum amount of characters.
you won't tomorrow
Oh.
though. I know. Honestly, I know what it's like. Oh, you think I know what it means. You won't.
Okay. I'm gonna make a comment for myself.
Right. Okay. Uh,
Okay, so next pointer string buffer. Oh yeah, so that's just the pointer to the buffer. No, I don't need the pointer there because
it's already a pointer. Yeah.
Size T string buffer size. That is just gonna be. Wait, don't tell me.
The size
Don't
of
tell me.
buffer.
Don't tell me.
All right. Okay. I already told you. But
Oh.
okay. I'll pretend that you didn't know.
I'm gonna guess it's size of buffer. Right. So I'm so smart.
That sounds right to me. How did you know that? Right.
And then we can
And
use
then you can just
inet.
convert it to a string.
But I didn't store it in a variable.
No, it's fine
need-
because the function is writing to buffer.
Ah,
Yeah.
buffer. Well, I should give it a more descriptive name.
Yeah, if you want to.
'Cause buffer, that don't mean much. Let's say IP. Right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it complaining? What's it saying?
No way, I've still
you
got
re-
this
you re-
terminal open. I've had that terminal open for the past hour, man. Right, so buffer.
Yeah, that's all
welcome to
good.
the server. Cheerios.
Yeah.
Works. So it prints
But
up
you'll also
IP,
want to
yeah.
include the port.
Okay.
And you can do that by just you need to do that because it's already in the data. You don't need to do anything like that. I don't think you need to do that.
Okay. Oh yeah, the port's the same. Fair enough.
I'll show you what I did in my code just to make it easier to explain. Let's see.
Let's try that again.
Put it a bit separate, so it's in the Discord. Hang on, I might just gonna do like full address.
Why are you complaining? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. What if you make a new client? Oh, it closes automatically, so it won't do anything.
I gotta run it by itself. So why is there a client folder? Oh, that's the project. Okay, and then where's the exe file? Exe file does not exist. Crazy.
It does. Go back to C++. Okay, yeah, great.
Plot plot. And should be there.
Nah, yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And terminal. Why is it PowerShell? I said terminal. Client.exe.
It's the same thing according to Windows. You have to do dot and then / to make execute a function, execute a program in terminal.
Oh. Client started. Buffer, welcome to server. Oh, that's sick. It works. We can
Yeah.
have as many as we want. But now let's see, can we have multiple clients at the same time? No, we can't because I set the max to 1. But this would be a good test. So
You can have a while loop in the client, but it's loops. And that's the same place where you could have like a line. So the user types in something to send to the server.
we can't differentiate the different clients because it's on localhost.
The reason why it's giving you the same. Hang on, why is it 127.0.0? That's what we're connecting. That's bind to.
Oh, hello, Nick, Daniela. Long time. How you doing, Nick? I think I'm gonna have to add nicknames.
Yeah, it can be done. Yeah.
It's gonna be a massive JSON file at the end. Well, we can't uniquely identify with the IP address, so we're gonna have to switch it around. So socket goes first, and then another unordered map with the first one being the IP, and then the second one being the nickname.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Why not?
I would recommend having an unordered map of username to socket.
Yeah, but I want this to also work after after I implement it for after like the big, oh my days, for the whole network, right?
Yeah.
When I expand above localhost, I want it to also work instead of having to change everything again. This is like thinking ahead. Do you get what I mean?
Thinking. So you've got username and nickname, right?
No.
Oh,
Socket,
that's
and
the IP
then
address, yeah.
and then that's the IP address. Yeah, I was just writing comments right now.
Right,
It's gonna
okay.
be IP.
Okay. But you could also have like so it doesn't have to be one thing there. You could have an unordered map of socket to IP address and an unordered map of IP address to nickname.
Say that again.
You could have two maps. You could have a map for the socket to the IP address, and a map to the from the socket to the nickname.
Yeah, and then we can access them with the exact same index.
You could do, yeah. But I'm not really sure why there's one. So you're mapping a socket to a map of IP address and nicknames, when surely only one IP address will connect to will be bound to one socket. So the being an unordered map of socket to an unordered map of that's size is one of IP address to socket to username or nickname.
Yeah, so every socket's gonna be different, and
Yeah.
but the IP address is gonna be the same because it's all localhost. But we need the nickname to differentiate the clients.
Yeah, I still don't understand why you've got an unordered map as your value in that map.
So how am I supposed to enter the IP? If I do this method, how am I supposed to enter the IP address, socket, and nickname all in one?
You could
In
use a
one
structure.
unordered map. Okay, now
You could have a structure.
let's do that. That would be much better. Yeah, let's do that.
But I still wouldn't use a
You still
map
wouldn't.
with the key being the socket. Or what you're saying, or of course you're saying about them all being the same, because every time it joins, it's still 127.0.0.1 or 6969.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the same.
Right, there is actually a way to fix that. I just remembered.
Yeah, tell me.
So if you go to your client code, or maybe undo what you've done until it works. There's a way of doing it using something called an ephemeral port. Now, I don't know what ephemeral means, but it just means the port will be automatically selected by Windows. So it won't automatically set itself to be 6969, it'll be automatically like whatever other number there is under the sun. And I'll find the code to do that. Oh,
You're gonna have to talk a bit slower, please.
yeah. I get that a lot.
You're from up north, aren't you?
Yeah. And originally I'm from the northwest, and so I've got a slight Irish tinge to myself.
I like it.
Thanks.
Unique. There's no Irish people where I'm from, so I'm glad to see a change.
I'm trying to find how to make it ephemeral. Right.
I don't know what's ephemeral. Ephemeral.
It's according to Google, ephemeral means lasting for a short time.
No, how do I spell that one?
EPHEMERAL.
It doesn't exist in the code file.
Don't worry. It's just a name for something else.
Ah. Okay.
Yes, I know, yeah.
Oh my. My mic keeps falling off. Have I shown the stream my mic setup?
What is it? Is it three toothbrushes it's shaped like a tripod?
Oh, it's much more unique than that.
Oh, let's see.
I figured out like 5 seconds before I started the stream. Because the mic was much lower, like much lower than my mouth was. My mouth's up here, and the mic's down here, so I have to bend forward in order for everyone to hear me correctly. So wait,
That makes sense, yeah. Right, let's see. Let's
Okay.
see.
okay, I'm just gonna show the
Right.
stream real quick.
So if you set the S in port to 0, it will the operating system will automatically assign the port to whatever it wants it to be.
The port's always the same though.
So seeing there, trying to find. So,
Do you wanna look at the stream for a sec, Jamie? Right. So I've got this halo thing, which is balancing the mic. Because otherwise the mic would fall due to gravity. And this object here is it's a light, right? It's just a light. Yeah, so if I would remove the halo person, or fallout, I meant, it would all fall.
you got a C coding book there.
Yes. Oh my! Everything's falling now. Okay. Some budget setup right here. Okay, back to coding now. So back to what were you saying?
But let's see where. So let's see. So where are we getting the IP address of the client?
We are so that is in the server. It is
Like, it's not there. That's where we're binding it. Then we're accepting it to the socket
yeah.
address, and then we're.
inet
let's see.
ntop.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Where do we get the? Okay. So the reason why it was saying, port 6969, is because port is a variable that is set to 6969 at the start of the program.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So rather than printing out, the client IP address and then the port that you've set there, you want to use a socket address dot blah 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 dot port, whatever it is. It'd be socket address dot s in underscore port. Right, yeah, try that now.
Still don't know what sin means.
Socket in.
Oh, socket in.
It's an abbreviation for it, and the
this?
reason that's still working is because it's the onboard map is not. It's a socket. You want to string to something else.
Oh yeah, I did it the other way around. So if I just do that, that's fixed now. Let's try again.
Right. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. So
You can see it's random. Yeah.
now I wonder why that's happening. So there's a port for the actual connection to the server, and then each client has a different port, which is randomly assigned by God, probably.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Yeah. So the server binds to port 6969. So none of the clients can use that port. So Windows will then set it to be whatever it chooses, whatever one's next available.
Yep, that makes sense.
But now, if you want to have per user data, you can have make a structure in your server.
Wait, what do I want to do? 80?
If you want to do 80, 80 what?
Wait, you said the word 80. What was that about?
I don't think I said that.
I'm
I think you must have misheard me there. I said yeah. But if you have a structure, then you can have per user data. So at the top of the file, if you type in like struct user data, and then fill it in with whatever you want.
Okay.
And I would recommend having a
Wonder that-
socket there in there. So the user's map will map the IP address with the unique port to the user data, which contains the socket. I'd recommend using a STD string there. Yeah.
I wanted to be pro, but that didn't work out in my favor.
Using a const char there would not make you a pro. It wouldn't.
Don't know why I did that. It was-
Maybe if they have moderator. Maybe a string for their mother's maiden name is all the way around it. String mother's maiden name. Bank security number. Where they live. How to find them. Coordinates. Or bloodhounds.
I
Postcode.
think that's all the essential information out there way.
Yeah.
All the critical points.
How much do they owe me?
How much for what?
How much do they owe me? How much money they owe me?
I don't. Everyone owes me though. I was so generous in my childhood. No one paid me back. So use the data and then can't I just Yo, we got Thong in the chat. Or is it a G string?
So rather than having a string, a map of string to socket, you want a map of string to user data. Because you've already got the socket in the user data.
Yes, you should learn C++. Thong. Okay. So we got the string, which is the IP.
Silly. Yeah. So it'd be unordered map string to user data.
How many bytes? Oh, 136 bytes.
That's nothing. Don't worry. We're not
I'm used to them being.
1965.
I'm just used to them being double digits. Never been that big before.
Because
Because I never made a program this big before in C++. So why is it L? Long. I did not remember writing that. Yo, I did not remember writing this. This line
because
here.
you're using wprintf and let's see. I don't know why you're using wprintf.
Yeah, I never wrote this. I don't know how this got on my PC.
Maybe someone hacked it when they were hacking the program before. And then when your port wasn't working, it was hacked. So that's printing out Unicode characters. So that's when you're printing your Chinese characters and your gibberish.
Yeah. Okay. IP. What's wrong with this one then?
The problem is that you're assigning
String.
it to a socket when you need to construct
user
it.
data.
Yeah.
So user data, we just initialize it like that, and we got to input data. So Was it like in sequential order?
You can actually, if you type in dot, and then do like dot socket. No, open it up with a curly brace.
Ah,
No, inside the curly brace, a dot socket equals socket, whatever it is, client socket, yeah. And you can fill it out like that.
the dot isn't good.
Or you must be compiling with old C++. Right click server in your Solution Explorer. Not that one. The project. And see where it says C++ language standard.
14.
Just make it preview or 23, whatever it is. Yeah, more than C++. And the same for the client. It's just, yeah.
I wish
remember
it'd be
back in the day, I was so
23
excited. Yeah. It should be automatic, I think.
What were you excited about?
I remember back in the day being very excited for C++ 17. It was such a big jump from C++ 14. I think that was when like if const expert was first added.
C++ connoisseur back in the day.
Yeah.
I want to get user input. You can also override the equal sign to change what it means. If you want to add more safety stuff there, C++ is crazy. I hope you can't override the equal sign,
Of course you can, yeah.
because then you won't be able to make variables anymore.
You can have multiple definitions of operator equals. So if you've got like an IP address structure, you could do like you could feel that you got the socket address underscore in data. So you could just do your make an operator equals for an std string, and it'll automatically convert that std string to the it'll automatically take the data from that string and fill out the details. Do all sorts.
Jamie, have you got work or college tomorrow?
No.
Neither do I.
No, I
That
left my
makes-
old job and I'm unemployed right now.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
Because Aldi sucks, remember?
No, it's Asda. I'm sort of looking at
Asda.
Asda. Yeah. I think I left Asda when I was 20, which is a few years ago.
They both start with the letter A, so same shop.
Same stuff. Everything that starts with a different everything that starts with letter A is the same. Yeah.
I can't lie. When it gets past a certain hour, I start waffling. And I don't think it's safe for me to be on stream right now. 'Cause I might say some bad things. And I actually can't learn at this point. I've been doing this for like 3 hours or something. 4 hours, right?
Almost 4 hours.
Yeah. It's gonna have to be bedtime, unfortunately. I'm not gonna get anything more done, even if I would stay more.
All right.
But definitely we'll continue this tomorrow. And I'd love for you to join in, Jamie, if you're available.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. We'll make a great chat client.
We will. We're gonna make it perfect and sell it on the App Store.
We're gonna make millions.
Let's do it.
You're gonna make millions anyway.
Alright. Let's say bye to chat. Let's save the stuff. Why is it not save changes? I pressed Control S and it's not saving. Okay, hopefully that saved the code. Hopefully that saved it. I'm not sure if it did.
Hopefully, yeah. You don't want to wake up tomorrow and it say that it doesn't recognize the file. It's happened to you plenty of times. You spent hours working, power cuts out because I haven't paid the bills. And it's just like I lose everything. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I don't bother with Git
That's
anyway.
part-
So.
That's partly why it's so good to get everything on GitHub. Make sure you have a working copy from some point.
No.
I definitely want to. It's a good idea. There is so much to do. So little time to do it. I mean, I'm going to be 70 years old in a few decades. I don't have that much time left. You guys going to sleep as well then? Vixalius and Jamie.
I'm gonna play some Age of Empires.
Yeah. Soon. Probably gonna play
think
some League
anyway.
before bed.
Lovely. All right, you guys enjoy.
Bye bye.
See you next time. Bye bye. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure you join the next stream. And yeah, I appreciate everyone commenting, subscribing, and all that stuff. And yeah, good night or good morning if you're in Australia or America. See you later.